Tonight, my name is Anthony Brian Logan, and you're watching and/or listening to ABL Live. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. You could be almost anywhere in the world, but you're right here with me live on the show, and I appreciate y'all for that. We got a whole lot going on all over the internets, all over mainstream media, social media, everywhere, and I don't know where to start. First of all, the big, beautiful bill has passed. It passed the Senate. It passed the House. Trump signed off on it. Now it's a law. People are melting down. They're triggered. Their butt hurt. All for no reason. We'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. Also, as a result of the big, beautiful bill, ICE raids are going to continue and intensify. I can't wait. I voted for this. The migrant crisis was, in my humble opinion at least, the biggest issue of the election. So shout out to ICE. We'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. Also, this dude Zoran then lied on his application to go to Colombia talking about he's Asian and African American, trying to be funny, talking about, yeah, well, I'm from India, but I was born in Uganda, therefore I'm African American since I live in America now. I was like, bro, come on. You are from India and you were born in Uganda. If I am born in China, does that make me Chinese? If I'm born in India, does that make me Indian? Does that make me Asian? I think not. We'll talk about all those things and a whole lot more on tonight's episode of ABL Live. And thank y'all for joining me again. Please pardon my voice. It's a little bit different, maybe. It might sound the same to y'all, but I feel a little bit different. I don't know, this cold, I don't know what they gave me in LA. They might have tried to put something in my food at the hotel. They might have tried to give me some, you know what I mean? But look, hey, guess what though? To whoever was coughing up along on the Spirit flight, to whoever put some in my shrimp tacos, I'm still alive. God not done with me yet. I'm not going nowhere. All I got was a cold. I'm still here. But before this stream today, I've been eating Ricola like they candy. I done had cayenne pepper, pretty much drinking the cayenne pepper. I feel good, but my voice is weird. That's the only thing. Up here is just kind of messed up, but I feel great though. I feel amazing. My voice just sounds kind of a little bit different. Nah, ain't nothing crazy because I feel good. I don't got no body aches. I just got a weird voice. That's all. Yeah, but nah, hey. If they tried, it didn't work. It didn't work. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just being out there with these people, man. Like, they got all these vaccines and they shedding. I don't know what y'all got, man, but y'all keep them. Listen, you know what? Shout out to the California folks who are watching the show. You guys are great. The California conservative people are some of the best I've ever met in the whole wide world. You guys are great. However, some of y'all next door neighbors got all kind of stuff going on. All right. I don't know what kind of vaccines they got, what kind of treatments they on, what kind of drugs they on, what kind of fumes they breathe out, what kind of exhaust they got. I don't know what's happening, but some of that exhaust then got right up on me. So I got a little bit of a little sinus type thing going on, but I'm good though. I am good. Eat about 4 to 5 navel oranges a day. Well, what I've been doing, I got a lot of orange juice, a lot of water. And of course, I was watching the comments. It said, ABL getting the Kirkland brand coconut water. You know it. A lot of hydration. And I got this right here. This right here, I'm going to give a little bit of game to the YouTubers especially. Now, I've always kept this. This is echinacea, like a throat spray. I've always used this, like if my voice was a little bit tired, if I got like a little bit of a sore throat just from talking too much, this right here, this is echinacea goat and seal. This right here is a good spray. I get it from Whole Foods. Spray that right in your throat, and it'll feel a lot better. But I feel good though. It's just a matter of my voice not sounding the way I want it to sound right now. But shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling. And then once I get my voice back to 100%, I'll get back to doing my regular videos. I was going to do a video yesterday about the Puff trial because the juror spoke out and said the same thing that I said. And this juror didn't know anything about the case. I mean, he didn't know anything about Puff. He didn't know who Puff was before the case started. He was a juror, and he said the exact same thing that I said. Like, the tape of him beating up Cassie is bad, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for this particular thing. And the government pretty much overreached. If you want to charge me with a thing, then charge me with a thing and have it stick. Don't charge me with RICO, and it's only just one guy in the RICO. If it's RICO, it's an organization, not one person. I wanted to do that video, but when I started to talk, I was getting the 12-year-old ABL puberty squeaking voice. I was like, nah, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. So yeah, JV says, does ABL like Diddy? I don't like Diddy. I don't think it's just funny. Do disavow. I said it before. I'm not a fan of his behavior, but if you're gonna charge him with something, it's got to make sense. You can't, okay, because I don't like somebody, I can't just say, well, I'm gonna lock you up for a random crime. The way our justice system works is if you want to lock somebody up for a particular thing, you got to bring forth the charges and then you got to prove your case. If you can't prove it, that's on you. And the feds should know better because they have a 98.5% conviction rate. So you would think they would know, okay, we have enough to bring charges and make it stick. They lost. As simple as that. As simple as that. Even if you think that he did something, that's fine, but you got to be able to prove it. It's got to make sense. When you overreach, see, you know what? Back in the day, you could do stuff like that. Intimidate somebody. Hey man, just sign a sheet of paper and you won't get life in prison. But now guys are not really fearing the feds like that. Guys are not really fearing the court process like that, especially if they got money. The prosecutor on the case in SDNY is James Comey's daughter. And she was the same one on the Ghislaine Maxwell case. And she almost fumbled that. Which was difficult to do because you're talking about minors and Epstein already got locked up. She almost fumbled Ghislaine Maxwell. Luckily, thank God she didn't, but she came that close. Okay, you get a chance to redeem yourself. You didn't do very good with Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, here's Puff Daddy, right? He's a rapper. It should be a slam dunk. It sure was not. It was not. So I don't know what's next for her. You better get demoted down to writing traffic tickets and stuff like this, just like, what's the name's Sugar Baby, Fonnie Willis. You could be out there with Big Nate writing tickets and down South Georgia somewhere. If you keep messing these cases up in SDNY, that's supposed to be like the shining beacon of courts, SDNY. But James Comey's daughter is stinking the joint all the way up. She's stinking it up. I think it's only a matter of time before they remove her, but maybe I'm just having wishful thinking. We'll see. But shout out to you guys. NERN says spell echinacea. That's funny. If you Google it, it'll be spelled correctly. I'll count that as a maybe. I said what I said. I don't gotta really, you know what I mean? I said what I said. I said what I said. This ain't no litmus test. Hold on. Samantha says he got the Trump lawyer. Yeah, he did get a Trump lawyer toward the end, but the case was weak from the beginning. It was a weak case. Talking about some a criminal enterprise. They were trying to say that Bad Boy was not even the real label. It's like, really? Really? Bad Boy's on a label? So many artists came from there and became famous. Biggie, Mace, 112, Mary J. Blige. The list goes on. He had a reality show on MTV. Come on, man. It's a legitimate label. It's just a matter of Puff doing some things that might not have been above board. You got to charge them for those things. If you want to charge them for assaulting Cassie, well, you got a 1-year statute of limitations in LA where it happened, and the situation happened in 2016. It's 2025. You're too late. It is what it is. hey man, people can say they don't like it, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, you know? But shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling. Now, what I don't do is take any kind of drugs. People talking about Tylenol, and I don't do no. I've not had Tylenol or any kind of drug like that since I've been maybe a teenager. Yeah, I don't do stuff like that at all. Puff, Unalive, Biggie. Hey man, you got to be able to prove that. Got to prove it. Who knows? It could have been Puff. It could have been Suge Knight. It could have been people on the West Coast. It could have been just some gang stuff. Who knows? Cardinal O'Flanagan says, I hear what you're saying. It makes sense what you're saying about the Diddy trial. I think some just can't grasp why it makes sense. One thing about being a juror, if you're a potential juror, you got to keep your feelings out of it. Keep your emotions out of it. Once you get your emotions in it, you're not a good juror. And that's why I like the jurors that did not know who Puff was, or who said they didn't know who he was. I tend to believe some of these guys that didn't know who he was. That's probably going to be the best way, because you're not going to be influenced by your emotions too much. Ibuprofen, no ibuprofen, no Tylenol, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. That's just not what it is for me. The gun charges, well, there were some guns in the case that had scratched off serial numbers, but they could not prove that they belonged to Puff. Because it's a matter of, okay, are these Puff Daddy's guns, or do they belong to the security? See? That's when you're dealing with the courts, that's what you got to be able to do. You got to be able to prove that certain things are what they are in order to convict someone of it. That's all. That is all. But we get to that in a minute. I got some stuff from the juror. I got a few more things. That's right, GS. All natural. All natural, for sure. I don't really play around with too many of the medications. Yeah, I try to be as natural as possible. Unless it's like, life or death or close to it. But beyond that, a cold, a flu, nah, man, I'm good. I'll just drink some water, orange juice, and eat properly like I always do. Chicken soup. I had some of that today, but the chicken soup, man, I need some real chicken soup. The stuff in the can, that ain't really. I need to go to somebody's grandma's house and have her make it from scratch. If I'm going to the store and getting some chicken noodle soup in the can, it ain't it. That is not it. I'll tell you what I did have today. I had some supplements. I have some what's that? Calcium, magnesium, zinc. I had some of that. But that's about it. Hot tea, yes. I had some hot tea. I had some green tea that I showed you guys from Costco. I had some of that. I had some hot green tea and like a teaspoon of Manuka honey in the tea. So that right there, that was pretty good. The Manuka honey in the tea, the water with what was that? Cayenne pepper. Yeah, that's good to kind of break up what you got going on. Yeah. But overall, I feel pretty good. It's just my voice. My voice sounds crazy. If my voice didn't sound like the way it sounds, if it wasn't kind of laborious for me to speak, it wouldn't be a problem at all. Oh, and it's like 80 degrees in here, which I need it to be. I've been outside a lot. Like I always try to, be outside and get the sun on my body. But it's like 80 degrees in here right now, which I need it to be. I can't really do too much of the air conditioning because that also kind of helps you stay sick because it's keeping your body at a lower temperature. Is my voice okay? Okay. Hubbalone says, ABL, are you going to bring up the deadly fireworks accident and all the explosions from illegal fireworks from all over California and 20 missing girls? I got you. We talk about the girls out there in the Texas floods. Hopefully they're all found safe, but it doesn't look too good. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But I've not seen the fireworks accident you're speaking about. I saw one I think it was a fireworks store that blew up because somebody crashed into it, but I didn't see anybody die. Yeah, so, but shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all. Booker to Arizona. I don't like the dry heat. That also kind of messed me up a little bit. I don't like the dry heat. Well, it's okay. The dry heat is okay if it's not too hot. I prefer the heat and humidity. I can breathe. I don't know. I'm different than probably most people. I breathe better when it's hot and humid than when it's hot and dry. That's just me. I feel like if it's hot and dry, I'm not able to get the moisture necessary to, Arizona, when it's like 100 degrees, give me Miami, Florida at 100 degrees over Phoenix at 100 degrees any day of the week. Give me 100% humidity, rain, and heat versus dust, dry, and 100 degrees. I can't do it. All right, hold on. Chemo says California gangster blew his friend and his hand off. I saw that. So Chemo, you talking about 4 extra? His hand, it was a mess. I'm talking about mangled mess. So you guys, please, with the fireworks, be careful because every single year, somebody getting their hand blown off. Every single year. All right, hold on. I love tropical, Tessa. Love tropical. All day. Christopher says ABL got them black people nostrils to keep the air moving in it. Yes, 100%. So I am acclimated more to like a tropical environment, just genetically. Anyway, yeah, maybe them Islamic guys, a top beer, maybe they like being in the dry. I can't really do it. Rex Rocker says my bro moved from Phoenix to Orlando recently. I should ask him what ask him what he prefers. Does he prefer the Florida heat and humidity or the Phoenix, Arizona dry condition? All right. 68 degrees, GS. I can't do it. Normally, it's about 75 in here. 76 normally. But right now, it's 80 in my house. Absolutely. It feels good to me. I like it. Cody said this year has been crazy historical rain in Texas. Haven't seen rain like this ever in my 34 years of life. And you know what? Pardon me. There's a bill to prevent weather modification. My tinfoil hat theory is that the weather is awkward, it's different, it's weird because of the modification. If they're doing cloud seeding, they're doing things to change the weather, create more rain, they're probably going to create a bunch of unintended consequences as a result. So I'm not really a big fan of that. I am not a fan of that at all. But shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling. If you like what you're hearing so far, if you enjoy the content in general, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff that'll help me out tremendously. I can, Van. Van says 4 degrees, you can feel it. Absolutely. Pardon me. I can feel 1 degree of difference in here. If it's 73 versus 74, I can feel it. At least in my house. Now, it depends on where I'm at in the country. I feel like the thermometer in certain places is not accurate. Like, it depends on where I'm at, what part of the country I'm in. If you're in a hotel in Florida, 72 is different than what it is in LA, and it's different than what it is like middle of the country. It's different. And I think they do that because they're trying to like preserve electricity. Steam room. Oh, steam room would be great. I'm gonna do that actually. I'm gonna do a steam room. That'd be fantastic. A-Train 132 says it rains like this here in Texas every so often. Weather modifications, though, you play Mother Nature. Mother Nature bites back. Absolutely, because it's always all right. Okay, I'm gonna just cloud seed to get a little bit more rain in this area. Okay, well, Do you think that weather it's not symbiotic? Do you think that the weather is just going to allow you to modify it in this one place and that's going to be it? Or is it going to be a domino effect? Is it going to be, okay, you do this and then nothing happens? Or if you do that, then this happens? That's my opinion about it. And down where I live at, for, I say probably about 2-3 months straight, it was raining every day. At least for about 2 months. Every day it was rain going on. And please pardon my coughing. I'm going to try to pause it like this. Hold on. Did y'all hear that or nah? If you didn't, then we good. Garlic and greens. I may do some garlic. I did that before. Garlic cloves. Like straight up cloves. But it hurt my stomach real bad. I might not be able to do it. Justin says, I'm a trash man in Kansas and this rain is crazy, ridiculous, makes your job miserable. So in Kansas, you get rain. Texas. And when it rains like that a lot, the weather is different. It causes everything to be different. Everything is changing. It's, again, the weather is symbiotic. You can't just modify it in one place and have that be that, in my humble opinion. But we'll get to that in a minute. Somebody says, some lean. Nah, we're not doing no lean. We're not doing that. I ain't trying to be no dope fiend in here. And plus, all y'all dope fiends in Texas done got all the promethazine and stuff like that. So I'm good. I can keep that. Nah, no antibiotics. I got plenty hot tea. Thank you for that, LG. I got plenty hot tea, water, all that good stuff. Oh, yeah, I'm good. Kai's Craft Room. I prepared for this show quite a bit today. I try not to do any other talking at all, just so I could do the show. And then we could do the show. I got enough content for my shorts, and then I'm good. I can focus on resting my voice and just getting my throat back together. But I'm good. Hey, so all of this right here will probably get consumed during the show. Okay, I got 2 bottles of water and a coconut water. And I have my good old Echinacea Golden Seal spray. And I got the Ricolas. These work pretty good for a little bit of short-term relief. But anyway, shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. Colloidal silver. I don't want to be like that dude that turned blue. I ain't trying to be Papa Smurf in here, you know, with the beard and the blue skin. I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to change my skin tone. Yeah, we ain't trying to go blue. Now, I know he was like overboard with it. He was excessive with the silver. I get it, but I don't even want to take that risk at all, because that's always going to be back in my mind. It's like, okay, you take this. It's a slight risk. You might become a Smurf. Is that what you want? I think not. All right. Mr. Madman Switch says, ABL, it's crazy how Elon changed on Trump. Elon cannot handle his human emotions. Elon is like a robot, a hyper intelligent being, but not really in tune with his emotions. That's the problem. And if he can't get that under control, he'll do things like this. And here's something else I'm going to ask you guys. Do you think his third party will make a difference? Listen, and thank you, Bald Brad, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Bald Brad says, you've always supported me, ABL. Here's something to buy more fluids to get well faster. I appreciate it. But do you guys think his third party will make a difference? People, I don't know, man. It's weird. People talking about, yeah, third party, no more Democrats and Republicans. Do you think it'll be that simple to just not have any more political parties? Or do you think it'd be that simple just to replace Democrats and Republicans? There's a bunch of other parties in the country. It's not just 2. There's 2 dominant ones, But there's a trillion other ones that are not dominant. Even if you are successful at being able to get one guy from this new party elected, how will it make a difference? Are you going to be able to elect this person as a president? How? If you want this person to become president, they need to be running right now. Like right now, as we speak. So what will Elon Musk's new party actually do? It won't be Ross Perot. It will not even be Ross Perot. Ross Perot was like a phenomenon similar to Barack Obama or Donald Trump. And he still lost. All he did was just split the vote and make Slick Willie win in 1992. Because H.W., Daddy Bush, was unpopular. Read my lips. No new tax. He was unpopular. Here comes Ross Perot, a popular person, split the vote that Bush would have got and let Slick Willie win. So it was just weird. It was weird. There's nobody that has that type of popularity now, and it won't be by the time we get to 2028. Except for those who are in the regular parties. But shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling. Before we go any further, give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I was trying to spray this and nothing came out, but I'm good. Let's keep on rocking and rolling. Shout out to you guys for being the best sponsor anywhere on these interwebs. As always, I appreciate y'all for joining. Also, shout out to patriotpost.us, your best source of news and information anywhere on these interwebs. Their link will always be in the description, or go to patriotpost.us. Tell them that ABL sent you. Go to the merch website, ablmerch.com. That is ablmerch.com. We got the hats, t-shirts, stickers, hoodies, mugs, and more right there on the website, ablmerch.com. Also, please go to my regular website, anthonyblogan.com. That is ANTHONY, the letter B, LOGAN.com. On the front page of the website, we got articles for each video that I produce. And in each article, we got sources from the left, from the right, from the center, from the Democratic, Republican, politically agnostic, local, national, international, whatever you want. I got it right there on the front page of the website, anthonyblogan.com. Okay, this right here should help me. This is the Ricola. Because when I'm talking, I can feel a cough building up. Y'all, please pardon me. I'm a hang in there for y'all. Also, go to the contact page of the website, anthonyblogan.com/contact-us. There, be able to find my email address, my snail mail address, my UPS box, of course, my social media accounts, my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, never going to call it X, TikTok. All those links are right there on the contact page of my website, anthonyblogan.com/contact-us. And as I always tell y'all, if you're ever wondering if you are conversing with me on the interwebs or not, you're probably not, especially if they're talking about send me some money. Here's a 1,000-digit WhatsApp number to call me on. That's not going to be me. Please don't get scammed. It's 2025. Don't nobody got no time for that. Again, all my links to contact me, my social media, everything will be on the contact page of the website, anthonyblogan.com/contact-us. And what else I got? What else did I want to say? I think that's pretty much what I say, right? It's the merch, Patriot Post, the front page, the contact page, yeah, all of that. All my links will be in the description box. Also, here's what I wanted to say. This is also an audio streaming podcast, and it'll be available in the description, or go to your favorite audio streaming podcast and go to the favorite audio streaming platform and search ABL Live. I should pop right on up. So after this show is over with, it'll be uploaded 8 a.m. the next day. So today, Saturday, it'll be uploaded 8 a.m. Sunday. If it was Wednesday, it'll be uploaded 8 a.m. Thursday. Also, on Tuesday, I do my Instagram live. That'll be right around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to right around 11. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please do so for the Instagram live. It's a smaller audience, more intimate, more inclusive. A lot of you guys are appreciating Instagram live. So please follow me there on Instagram for the Tuesday live. Alrighty. Yeah, do a half day. I might not do the whole thing. It's just, but I'm be here for a while, and I got a lot I wanted to say. I didn't want to not do a show today because I got a lot I wanted to say. There's a lot I wanted to say, but I'm a little bit off, so please pardon me. Now, what I want to show is some videos. I want to start with this. This is going to be from Border Patrol. Shout out to the social media for Border Patrol. Hey, you guys are doing the bang up job. Let's go ahead and check.
Somebody's watching me.
Border Patrol, they're doing their thing with the commercials, with the ads. I love it. I love it. Shout out to Border Patrol. Hey, again, this was the biggest issue of the election. I'm glad that we got some action on that front. I'm glad we do. Shout out to Border Patrol. Let's keep rocking and rolling here. Now, we got an alligator Alcatraz sign going up out there in Florida. Check it out. I love it. Hey, if you guys are down there in Florida and you're able to actually come across this, please get a picture, get a selfie, do something. That right there is great. I love it. I don't know who is responsible for that, who was the genius behind it, but I love it. Shout out Alligator Alcatraz all day long.
Where to go? You're alligator bait, homie. Everything out there wants to kill you. I'm just gonna say this. If it was me and I was putting myself in a situation where I might end up in this place, absolutely not, bro. I would self-deport. If you gave me a choice between alligator Alcatraz, there's nowhere to go. You're alligator bait, homie. Everything out there wants to kill you. I'm just gonna say this. If it was me and I was putting myself in a situation where I might end up in this place, absolutely not, bro. I would self-deport. If you gave me a choice between alligator Alcatraz, there's nowhere to go.
I feel the exact same way. Listen, if the choices were alligator Alcatraz or free flight back home, I'm taking the free flight back home because at this point, the jig is up. The jig is up. They got me. Okay, check it out. It's time for me to go. It's been real. You got some money. You did whatever you did, committed some crime, but now it's time to go back home. So adios. Arrivederci. Whatever language you speak that on the plane back to the crib. Y'all agree, disagree? Let me know. I think this is a great deterrent away from illegal aliens coming to the country And also, it's a deterrent from illegal aliens staying here if they're already here. And really, it's sweet. The self-deport, you get a free flight back. Has it ever been done? Has it ever been the thing where you could just sign up on the app and say, all right, let me get a free flight back to the house? That nobody's ever done that before. I'm loving it personally. Some may say that it's too far, it's over the top. I love it. Get right back to where you came from. And a free flight, what's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Now we get a big cargo plane going to Alligator Alcatraz. Let's check this out right quick. Now I got a question. What do y'all think is on the plane? I hope it is a plane for the illegal aliens. That'd be great. Hey, get everybody on the cargo plane. Get everybody on the cargo plane. And, hey, where y'all from? ¿De dónde eres? Okay, Mexico, Venezuela, Cuba, Brazil, Africa, Europe. Okay, check it out. We gonna do a round trip. We gonna start right here in Florida. Take y'all back first. Drop you off. Parachute. I'm playing. We'll drop you off first in your country. Take a little pit stop, a little break. Okay, right back in the air, next country, and just keep doing that until everybody back home. Like a school bus. A school bus in the air. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And it's free. So what's the problem? It's just like riding a school bus right back home. Okay, now this guy is threatening people who wear Alligator Alcatraz merch. All righty, let's watch some of this, shall we?
Swear to God, if I ever see anybody in public with Alligator Alcatraz merch, I honestly can't say on this app what I will do to you. They have merch for a concentration camp.
Okay, first of all, I'm so scared. I am so scared, bro. I don't want to. Hey, man, please, bro, please. Look, if you can hear sound of my voice, man, please don't hurt me, bro. Please don't hurt me. I don't want no smoke. Okay, I ain't trying to get beat up by you, Mr. Big Tough Guy. But a concentration camp, really? Is that what this is? A concentration camp? It's called a detention center. I've seen actual camps. I've seen actually bad places. This ain't that. This is not that. It's okay. It's fine. I have no problem with it. There's American citizens in regular jails all over the country that look worse than this. Bro, turn the TV off, okay? Turn your TV off. Okay, what do y'all think? Are you going to be a little bit irregular? Yeah, definitely irregular. Are you scared of my man? Are you scared? Is he going to do something to us? Is he a threat? I think not. Now listen, this right here is in California. Hey, shout out to the cops and the feds, any kind of law enforcement, anyone over in California trying to keep law and order. Shout out to you guys. You guys are doing the Lord's work. The Lord's work. Look at my man right here. I don't know when he became ICE agent or whatever. Maybe he had a past as an NFL football player. Maybe he ran track collegiately. Look at my man in them jets. There's no illegal alien, no lawbreaker going to get away from him. Check it out. Hey, listen, you got to follow the law. We as Americans are held accountable when we break the law. We're held accountable when we break the law. Why should illegal aliens be any different? Let me go back to my man. Look at them jets. Look at them. Look at this, right? Hey, you probably missed it the first time, like the flash running across your screen. Look at this. I love it. I love it. But I got a question. I thought California started as an abolitionist state. Like, was there ever slavery in California? I don't think so. But now they got full-on slavery. Or maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm missing something that is going on here. I don't really know what's happening. So, hey, man, if you can't find Americans to want to work at a car wash, I think that says more about your state than anything else. Or maybe you guys just want that super cheap labor to compete with everybody else to get them prices down, which ain't working in a place like California because everything is so expensive over there anyway. So it's not even really working. It's not even really working. Now, this is Santa Ana, California. Okay, Santa Ana, California. The illegal aliens are so emboldened, they will tell you exactly what they are right on the back of their vehicle. Proudly, don't even really care. Let's watch some of this. Hold on, I think there's no sound on the video, so we're just going to watch. Now, take a look at the vehicle that they're going to zoom in on. Look at the back window.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, we got some cussing. Sorry for that. Let's go ahead and turn that off. But you heard that. I don't give a F. Look at this. Okay, do you see it? Soy ilegal. No papeles. And no licencia. So I'm illegal. No papers, no license. Right there on the back of the vehicle. And the vehicle is raggedy. Bumper halfway falling off. This is ridiculous, man. Welcome to California, right? Welcome to California. I mean, what in the world? They don't care because over there, it's just like, where's the law and order? This is why we have to have Trump bring ICE and the feds and everybody else to bring law and order to that state. They don't want to do it. They're telling you right there, look, I'm not here legally. I don't got no papers, no license, no nothing. And I'm on the road. Do something to me. Do you know what would happen if I am on the road with no license? Man, look, I'm going straight to the penitentiary, Big Rocks, Little Rocks, off rip. Off of the rip. But them, and that's the problem. They can do whatever they want while we cannot as Americans. That's the problem. That is a problem. So people talking about, oh, well, you're Uncle Tom. No. We as Americans are held accountable. So that means everybody got to be held accountable if you're in this country. Everybody, not just the citizens, but you too if you're not here legally. Yo, soy ilegal. No papeles. No licencia. I don't got nothing. And it's not even in English. Say something about it. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. Hey, beyond bold, that's right, stranded life form. They don't care. They don't care. I don't got nothing. So what? Lock me up. On the road, driving. Okay. Now, this is pretty interesting. Here's an LA person talking about, look, we could protest all day and all night because we don't have any jobs. So we could just do full-time protest. Like we can protest full-time like it's COVID-19 again. Let's watch some of this, shall we?
Trump is so dumb for pissing off LA because we don't have jobs. Like, none of us have jobs. We have like COVID level amounts of free time to protest, my dude. He's so dumb. Trump is so dumb for pissing off LA because we don't have jobs. Like, none of us have jobs. We have like COVID level amounts of free time to protest, my dude. He's so dumb.
All right, there you go. So she's like, look, we don't have any jobs. We just out here just doing whatever. Now, here's my question. If you don't have jobs, then how are you living? How are you able to actually eat food? Well, hey, the question about how do you eat with no jobs, we'll get to that a little bit later. But how are you able to function with no job? I don't understand. You know what? Can I say something right quick? Just a little bit of an aside, or maybe it is related. But y'all know my whole thing. We came from West Virginia. West Virginia is one of the poorest places in the country. Very poor. Very, very poor. We came to Virginia and we were not like super rich or nothing like that. When I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of money at all. We never, ever, ever, not one time took government assistance. My mom was very good with being able to budget money. My mom had this checkbook. I remember it's like she had a checkbook and she would write every dollar she spent down in the checkbook. A super budgeter, a super budgeter, no government assistance at all ever. So I don't even understand how you're able to live and function without a job. I don't get it because I've never done that before in my life. And all of my 40 years of living, I've never lived that lifestyle. So how does that really work? I don't understand, especially in LA where everything's so expensive. Maybe if you pretend to smoke crack or pretend to be illegal, you get all kind of things given to you. They'll be donated to you. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm going to be a little bit divergent here. I'm going to show you this video, a little bit of it. This is going to be, hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to pull it up right quick. And if you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. This is going to be Peter Santinello, one of the best YouTubers on the platform. Now, what he does is travel around the country and talk to people about what's happening in their particular place. Now, this is going to be him on Skid Row, and he's talking to people out there, delivering aid, helping people. And one of the guys that's out there helping people, my man right here, told the whole story, spilled all the beans. Let's watch some of this, shall we?
We just come out once a week, every other Thursday.
How's the situation right now?
It's what you make of it. Okay. Everybody here has a different story. Everybody here has a different past. Everybody here has a different future. So,
again, this is Los Angeles, Skid Row.
What our thing is, we're the No Chance Foundation. We take the people who feel like they have no chance and we try to give them a chance.
You work for MTA?
Yeah, I work for MTA. I used to drive the 720. We used to come up this way all the time, this way and then 5th Street. So for 7 years, I used to come down here. Then growing up, I had family down here. Still now, I got family out here somewhere. So
tough to get them off?
It's a choice. Some of them want to, some don't.
It's a choice. If you're out there in the streets in Skid Row, it's a choice. People want to live out there. Why do they want to live out there? I'm going to let them explain. And again, this is Peter Santinello. This is his video. Please subscribe to him. He is, in my opinion, the best YouTuber on YouTube.
There was a stop on MacArthur Park.
Okay.
I talked to a guy. His wife had passed away. She was living in the tent. When she passed away, they found $300,000 in their tent.
So you have a tent with a couple in it, one person, or maybe they both, somebody dies in the tent. They go in there, they find $300,000 in the tent.
And that's all from panhandling over the years. So when I asked him, bro, why won't you just go do something? They don't want the responsibility of having to play by the rules. They want to get what they can and how they get it.
So everyone here can get housing through the city?
Yeah, you go to the mission, you apply for it. They got places where they can go shower, they can go live there. All they have to do is abide by the rules. Be in by a certain time, get a job. Some don't want to.
And that's what people from the outside can't understand. Like, Like it's a lifestyle here. It's a social world.
Right. It's a community. It's its own community. So here there's programs and there's things that help these people here, and they don't want to do it. Some of them really like the luxury of not having to do something. Like my brother right here, he's sitting under the tree. He doesn't have to care in the world. We come up here, we feed him, we give him clothes and stuff. They have no reason to do anything. So
exactly, because the people out there, the homeless people in LA, Skid Row, their lifestyle is they're straight. They got the sun, the carefree. People like this guy, they're out there helping them. And he's going to say why he does it. I'm gonna let him finish.
Some of them, they like the fact that goes on, but we're not here to judge. We're just here to give that helping hand.
Do you find anyone really happy, like genuinely happy? Have you met anyone out here?
Yeah, if you walk down 5th Street, there's another park on 5th and Julian. If you walk up there, if you walk down 7th Street,
okay.
Majority of the people you see will be laughing, will be joking, will be having fun. So even right here, so the next street over, there's a street full of mobile homes.
Yeah.
About 8 of those mobile homes, there's kids that live in there. If you go walk down that street right now, you will see the kids outside playing. They have no care in the world. They have no responsibilities. You can't, we live with the stress of paying rent, paying bills, going to work, taking care of kids. They don't have that. And they like that.
There it is. Now, he also said that, look, we don't judge. We just help. We don't judge. But see, me, I do judge. I will judge you. And that's why I don't give money. I don't enable anyone's homelessness or addiction at all, period. I don't care. All I'm going to do as far as charity is donate my clothes that I don't need anymore. Clothes, shoes, I'll do that. But beyond that, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Now, I think this guy owned the car wash where we saw that the ICE agent running. I think this guy might have owned that car wash potentially. Let's watch some of this.
This past Sunday, we experienced a breach of our rights as American business owners. Unmarked vehicles blocked all exits of the property. And I was outside and they started creeping onto the property, and I tried to get in front of them and ask them, what are you guys doing here? And they wouldn't give me a straightforward answer. And all of a sudden they started running into clearly marked areas like our tunnel. And it had signs that day that nobody can be entering into the tunnel because of our dangerous machinery, except our employees. And they still breached that.
It's a car wash, bro. Like, how dangerous is it? Like, what's the danger? I'm gonna get wet. I'm gonna get soap on my body. I'm gonna get soap and water on me. Is that the dangerous equipment? Come on, man. And if you can operate it, it must not be that dangerous.
They were masked, had guns. I thought at first we were being robbed, and it was just a scary experience. Obviously, 2 of my hardest workers started running, and they found that as probable cause to throw one onto the gate and another onto the floor. Which is wet with water. We're a car wash. And
all right, bro. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you knew what was up. You know what's going on in LA. You know they're doing raids all over the place. You know exactly what was going on. You know why they were there. They were there because you employed illegal aliens. Look, man, people got to just stop breaking the law and then pretending to be like the victim. It's like, you ain't no victim. Follow the law, because check it out again. If I break the law, I'm going to get locked up. Big rocks, little rocks. And anybody going to be on TV talking about, hey, man, free ABL. All he did was just rob a bank. They're going to say, lock that dude up. Lock him up. He's on camera. He's. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody out here breaking the law. If you don't want to get locked up, if you don't want to be held accountable, then don't break the law. And really, he should also be locked up with him because you're enabling it by hiring them. And you knew what was going on from the beginning. But you say you don't because you don't want to get locked up yourself. Now, this is a statue. Nah, pardon me. It's in a statue because they can't make statues anymore because they suck now. A mural in France depicting Lady Liberty holding the. Y'all saw this? Okay. And they unveiled it before Independence Day. So I guess the French think we care about them. Listen, if you're French or of French descent, or your name is Pierre or something like that, and you're watching this, nothing against you. Shout out to you. But France sucks. France is the worst colonial power to ever leave the European shores. I mean, look at what it did to French Indochina, like Cambodia, Laos, all of that. What else? Haiti, French West Africa. The French suck. They really do. But here's what they put out right before our Independence Day. Oh, here's something that's rich. What's this? Their little area. What did it say? Roblox. Roubaix has a large migrant population, and many of them live in extremely difficult circumstances. The values that the statue once stood for, freedom, hope, and the right to be yourself, have been lost for many. Okay, so what you got them in a slum in France? That's what I'm saying. They suck. So yeah, what do y'all think? Do we care about what the French got to say? Are we concerned with what the French got to say about us and how we conduct ourselves? Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all let me know. But yeah, the French suck though. And Paris, listen, Paris has been a dump for centuries. Not just recently with the migrant invasion, but for centuries, Paris has been a dump. And that's just the reality of the situation. Now, this is going to be not too far from France and Belgium, and Antwerp, Belgium. Okay. Now, this is a company called Marachi, and they sell hijabs. This is their grand opening, and look how look how long the line is outside of this hijab store. All right, let's turn that down. It's just music. We don't need to have the music going on. Again, this is Belgium, Europe, not too far from France. And we got a line down the block, people trying to buy hijabs. Is this Middle East? Is this Iran? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Now, here's my thing. At what point will these European nations not be able to replenish themselves and their culture to the point where they are now becoming the Middle East? It's no invasion. Like in years past, this kind of thing would happen with an invasion. But now it's just like, okay, come on in. We can't replenish our population. We're dying off. So y'all come on in, and it'll get to the point in a very short period of time where France will just become Pakistan. It'll become Iran or something like that. So all the squabbling about what the United States is doing and them trying to be the superior people and all of that will go away once they are taken over. So who cares what they think? They're not going to even exist in a very short period of time. They won't even exist in a very short period of time. Yeah, this again, that's Antwerp, Belgium. Antwerp, Belgium. Okay, so not too far from France, but not France. Antwerp, Belgium. I'm sure there's plenty of people that speak French and whatnot right there because Belgium is like a border place, ain't it, to France? Let me make sure I'm saying the right thing. And if you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff that helped me out tremendously. Yeah, if Belgium is a border place to France, it's right there, right to the north, right there, right below Netherlands, and right to the west of Luxembourg. Okay. So yeah, shout out to Europe. Hey, will you even be here in a very short period of time? Who knows? Now, speaking about Europe, but not Europe, Vladimir Putin. So he was on stage somewhere, and in the middle of him talking, he had to excuse himself because Trump was calling him, and he wanted to keep Trump waiting. So let's just watch some of this. It'll probably be in his language, but I want you to check out the subtitles as well. And let me just take hold on. Y'all give me a second. How do I do that? There we go.
Пожалуйста, не сердитесь, я понимаю, что мы могли бы и больше поговорить, но так неловко заставлять себя ждать, там сейчас обидеться еще. Спасибо вам большое, удачи. Пожалуйста, не сердитесь, я понимаю, что мы могли бы и больше поговорить, но так неловко заставлять себя ждать, там сейчас обидеться еще. Спасибо вам большое, удачи.
There you go. So, hey man, look, I got a phone call. I got Trump on the line. I ain't gonna keep him waiting. So y'all hang tight. I'm gonna be right there with you. Y'all hang tight. I'm gonna be right back. Hey, that's called respect, in my humble opinion. Now, some may say, oh, he just did that because Trump get mad, he's off, or whatever. No. That's called respect. Do you think that he would do that if it was Joe Biden? Well, what am I talking to Joe Biden for? What can Joe Biden tell me? Joe Biden is pretty much a shell of a human. He won't tell me anything. I'm going to talk to the man that actually has some power in President Trump. I can get something from him. I can make things happen with Trump. Okay? Yeah, I ain't going to call him daddy, though. I ain't going to do all that now. I'm going to put on brakes right there. But it's a level of respect right there between Vladimir Putin and President Trump. So, hey, shout out to Putin. Is the media still talking about Russia? Is that still going on? Is Putin still the bad guy? Or have we gotten beyond that? Have we grown as people to get beyond that whole thing? Or maybe I'm tripping. Hey, and you guys talking about Belgian waffles. The Belgian waffles are the truth. Oh my goodness. With a waffle maker, the waffle iron that you flip, the best waffles I had in my life, the best waffles I had recently was at one of these hotels I was at. It might have been a Holiday Inn Express. And in the morning, they got the breakfast. You could go down there and they have waffle irons on, hot, ready. You get assorted batters and you get maple syrup. Oh, man, look. I don't know where I was when I found this. I've not seen it since, but I got to find it again because those waffles are so good. Oh my goodness. I've never had a free breakfast at a hotel that good in my life. So yeah, shout out to the Belgian waffles, but Belgium, the place, RIP to y'all.
William says.
Now, this is going to be about a tech bro in Atlanta getting scammed. Okay, he thought he hired some remote workers, but they were North Koreans and they stole $1 million from him in crypto. And there was a government of North Korea behind it. So he's pretty much out of luck. He can't appeal to the North Korean government because they were in on it. Let's watch some of this.
Williams says it still does not seem real that the remote employee he grew to trust at his blockchain security company, Starter Labs, was really working for the North Korean government.
Oh, man, super duper talented. Super talented.
So much so, William kept giving the remote employee more complicated work, even promoting him to chief technology officer, allowing him to hire more remote workers. The employees worked for about 2 years before striking and stealing cryptocurrency.
He had the power to create malicious code that he installed.
U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg says traditional background checks involving looking at passports or checking LinkedIn bios are no longer enough.
If companies that work in this space want to protect themselves, they would be wise to hire Americans and to thoroughly vet all potential employees and business partners.
Marlon Williams says for years he was comfortable working with people he never met in person, but no more.
Going back to the fundamentals of business, meeting you face to face and looking in your eye, shaking your hand, that really matters. Even in these, new industries that are developing.
There you go. So look, 2 years, they were doing a great job, everything you wanted, but they were playing a long game. The Asians, they do that. Them East Asians, Chinese especially, they do that. They play the long game. Okay, we'll do a great job for you for this period of time. Whole time, we're setting you up. We're setting you up because I keep doing good. You keep giving me more responsibilities, more access, and now I got a whole team of these hackers, basically, and we're going to take $1 million from you. And since our government helped us, you out back. What you going to do about it? So the moral of the story is hire American and vet them face to face. Don't get robbed out of $1 million in cryptocurrency by North Koreans. It's very simple. Okay. Hire American. Yeah, it's cheaper. Yeah, it's better. But was it cheaper? No, it was not. It cost you $1 million that you can't get back. And you probably didn't have it to spend. That's right, Rebel Out of A. You cannot blame the white man for this one. You cannot. All right, now, I don't know what's up with these people on the TikToks and social media talking about black folks going to get impacted by ICE. Listen, you're born here, you're a citizen. You can't get your birthright citizenship revoked. Now, there's a thing that Trump wants to do as far as if you have illegal alien parents, that's a different story. But there's no ex post facto. You can't just say, okay, well, since I think you shouldn't have been here legally, like if you're born a citizen, you're a citizen. Simple. Especially us here watching this as citizens, we're citizens. If they were going to be able to take black folks away from the United States and revoke our citizenship, they could do it to anybody. It wouldn't just be black folks. And then here's my question. I'm born here. My parents are born here. My grandparents are born here. My great. Listen, I got a picture of my great grands. I'm going to show it. It's not really a picture though. It's like a screenshot. Okay. Yeah, it's like a screenshot kind of. Hold on. Can I show it? You gonna do it live. I'm gonna show it in a minute. The long story short, we've been here since probably the 1600s. So if I was to get deported, where am I gonna go? What, West Virginia? I'm gonna get sent to a coal mine? I'm gonna get sent to a salt mine in West Virginia? Is that where I'm going if I get deported? You can only be deported if you were born somewhere else and you're not a citizen of this country. Or if you were born somewhere else, you become a naturalized citizen and you do something to violate that status, like some random obscure thing. But you're born here, you're a citizen. Let's watch some of this, shall we?
Okay, so I love joking around on this app, but we need to actually have a discussion. Because the thing is, this bill is going to pass. I live in one of these sanctuary cities that we're talking about. So the thing is, you need to be prepared for what's getting ready to happen here. Thing is, ICE is about to receive a ton of funding. And as you already know, they don't care about citizenship and shit like that. Like, they're already trying to start the whole naturalized citizen process, which means eventually they're going to go on to probably homegrowns. And to anyone with a brain, you can see that they're going after anyone who is non-white. This administration has made that abundantly clear. So know your rights, A. B, do not open the door for these people under any circumstance. Treat it like regular law enforcement. If they don't have a warrant, sorry, you can't come in. The thing is, I'm risking it all telling you guys this anyway because they'd consider that, basically treason or whatever bullshit they can come up with. But yeah, that's not this. I just want to see people be safe. But yeah, be prepared. Obviously, with that funding that they're going to get, which is in billions, yeah, they're going to end up getting more manpower and access to a ton more stuff. You have to understand that. So if you guys think that what's happened over the last 6 months is bad, it's about to get way worse. So everyone, please just do what you can to stay safe. All right?
Okay, there we go. So I don't know who this dude is, where he got his information from. I don't know how many brain cells he has, but it can't be that many. I can count his brain cells on one hand, and I won't use all 5 fingers. I put it to you that way. A moron. Listen, you're born here, you're a citizen. Ain't no deportation. Where are you going to go? If you're not here legally, or if you were born somewhere else and you do something like commit a crime, violate something, that's something different. You're born here, you're not going nowhere. So it's not this whole thing about, if you're not white. It's about if you're here illegally. Oh, here's my grandparents right here. My great-grands. My great-grands. Born in the 1800s. Okay. So I'm not going nowhere. Where am I going to go? Under a mountain in West Virginia, a salt mine? Where am I going? Bro, you got to stop fear-mongering. That's not the business. That's not the wave at all. All right. Is he going to brag he was on my show? Well, hey, that's nice. But what he could brag about is trying to replenish his brain cells because obviously he needs it. So yeah, shout out to him. Anybody getting deported if you're here legal? Anybody getting deported if you are a citizen? That's just not what's going on. You're born here, you get money. Okay. Hey, I showed that picture to somebody, and they were like, "That's not a picture. That's a painting." It was like, well, you know what? Back in the year 1895, it wasn't no selfies. It wasn't anyway. Now, here's somebody talking about what's happening in LA, and her parents, I think it might have been her mother or somebody's in the hospital, and the mom speaks no English. Okay, so for a little bit of context, her mom's in the hospital, or both of her parents are in the hospital, and they don't speak no English. So let's hear from her, shall we?
My immigrant parents don't speak English and they're currently in the hospital right now in LA. The doctor didn't speak Spanish, so they needed someone to translate, and at the hospital didn't have any translators, so my parents decided to just call me so I can talk to the doctor for them. Once the doctor was done explaining to me what they were going to do to my mom, she decided to give me a comment and say, "You should really teach your parents some English so they can learn how to talk in the hospital and communicate and stuff." I don't know, but considering that everything's going on with the political climate, maybe I'm just reaching. But, Spanish is the secondly most common language spoken in LA. And I just thought that for hospitals to not have translators and then to blame the patient for not knowing the language, I think it's just, I don't know, I didn't really like it. I don't mind translating, but I think that hospitals and other places should just do better, especially in LA because it's so diverse. But let me know what you guys think. Am I reaching? My immigrant.
All right, there you go. So look, here's my thing. It's America. It is what it is. At a certain point, we can't just be learning all these languages because it ain't just Spanish they want us to learn. It's everything. Teachers right now in school are being bombarded all over the place, even right here in Tennessee. I'm Chattanooga, so it's not like Nashville or something like that, not even, or Atlanta. It's a smaller place, but yet you got kids that speak Spanish, of course, kids that speak Mandarin, Chinese, kids that speak all kind of like, what, I heard somebody speaking Pashtun or Punjabi, all type of languages. It's like, all right, look, if you want to come to the country, you need to be able to speak some English. I would say, if it's me, y'all know me, I just say, I'll be a king, rule by fiat. I'm going to just decree a thing and so shall it be. I would say you got to know English fluently to come here to the country. But I would settle for enough to get around, because I would not go to Mexico, live there, work there, raise a family there with no Spanish. That is irresponsible. How am I going to do that? I can't rely upon them to just translate everything for me. That's not how it works. If I go to China and I want to live there and I don't speak no Chinese, that's my fault. It's not their fault for not catering to my needs. So it's not even about her being Mexican and speaking Spanish. It's not about nothing, because I would hold myself to that same standard. I would not go to Mexico with no Spanish. I would not go to China with no Chinese. I would not even go to a place like Paris at all, because it's a dump. But I wouldn't go there with no Francais, like a true American. But if I can't speak your language, I'm not going to go live there. Maybe I go visit on a resort where I research beforehand and they got some English at a resort. But if I'm living there, that's my home, I'm going to speak their language. What do y'all think? Am I tripping? Am I being too harsh? Let me know. Let me know. You gotta have some English in this country if you're going to live here. If you're going to visit, be a tourist, that's one thing. But if you're going to live here, learn the language. Very simple. So yeah, shout out to all the people who speak English in the United States. Mexico, you speak Spanish. China, you speak Chinese. That's it. So I'm reading some of the comments here, and please, again, pardon my voice. Tim says, learning English and our history is part of the citizenship process. I know people who have studied a long time for it. There you go. Exactly. No English, no service. You speak English in the USA. Bob K says, speak English or get out. If they live here, speak English. Exactly. Okay. But again, if you live here, that's the key. You want to be a tourist? Okay, cool. Whatever. Stay for your little 3-day vacation and carry your hind parts right back to your country, and that's totally fine. I do the same thing in your country. That's it. Okay. So here's Shakira talking about being an immigrant in the USA means living in constant fear. Did she get locked up in Colombia? Maybe I'm tripping, but let's watch some of this.
An immigrant in the US it means living in constant fear, and it's painful to see. I just hope that they can be treated, and that we all can be treated under principles of equity and freedom, those same principles that shaped this nation and so many other big, powerful nations in the world have been shaped by the hard work of immigrants. What I worry the most is that this country, as well as many other countries that have issues with immigration, find a humane solution to those issues. Or
a human solution is deportation if you're not here legally. That's the human solution. Every other country does that. Why should we be special or different? Why? Every other country does what I'm asking to do. Why must the USA be always so soft when others are not? Why? Did she go to jail in Colombia for the whole tax thing? Because I remember that was an issue for a while. Like she might get locked up or something behind that. Y'all let me know. Go away. How about that? Yeah, that might be a good idea. Go away. All right. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. Now, speaking about human solutions and all this, that, and the third, let's talk about Maryland dad for a minute, Kimar Berger Garcia. Now, they were trying to say that he's being tortured over there in El Salvador. It's so terrible. It's so bad. They put out a video of the torture, the so-called torture in El Salvador. Now, there's nothing to see here as far as any kind of gross or disturbing thing. It actually looks very nice. If this is torture, sign me up. It appears to be a camp, like a summer camp, like as you would go to when you 15 years old. This is like a field trip that he was on. A field trip, a summer camp, a youth retreat, something like that. Now, some are going to say, oh, ABL, that's the El Salvador, that's a Salvadoran government put out propaganda. Well, look, if he's being tortured, where is the physical evidence of any kind of injuries? Ain't none. He looks fat and happy. Let's watch some of this. All right, let's go ahead and watch. So you see him? That's the Maryland dad right there, Berger Garcia. No sound for the video, at least not yet. So what do you got? You got a celly? Yeah, he in the bed chilling. Yeah, no big deal. Okay, watching a little bit of TV. Got some Gatorade. Nice little cookout plate right there. What's on his plate? Got some biscuits. Yeah, nice little meal.
Chris, nice to meet you. Senator from Maryland.
And that's the date right there with Van Hollen. That date that he was on was crazy. That date, Van Hollen was gazing into this man's eyes. It was crazy.
Did you have a sense of his health, his well-being? Did you sense, get any indication that he'd been abused?
I did not get that sense.
Okay, so look, he's able to see him in person. See, it's one thing to have a video out there, it's propaganda or whatever. This is the man who went to El Salvador from Maryland to try and retrieve him. And they're asking him, hey, did he appear to be abused? I didn't get that sense. Okay, let's keep moving.
Look, you never know, but I asked him if he was okay. He said yes. He said he has a blood pressure condition.
Yeah, because eating all that food, he fat over there. So yeah, he got high blood pressure, salt and sugar and fat. Eating like a king over in El Salvador.
He has seen a doctor. So, on a very cursory examination, he appeared okay.
Okay, there we go. Got the uniform. Industrial Cell Center. Chilling. Reading. Yeah, just, he got it. Wait a minute. Do y'all see what I see? That's a PS2 controller right there on the bed. So you got PlayStation. You got all kind of stuff in there, bro. Right there, you got a flat screen on the wall with some kind of like a PlayStation right there hooked up to it, or Xbox, probably a PlayStation. Come on, man. He chilling. This guy lives better than many of us. Okay, little health check. Got a little sunburn. You out there working, that's fine. Little farmer's tan. Okay, you got high blood pressure because you a little bit chunky there. And that's kind of normal. Hey, Kilmar, lay off the salt and you might be okay. Out there fishing in the farm. All right. Lifting weights. He chilling. Playing soccer. Look at this. Chess. Okay. Man, this is torture. Look, got a parrot. Can I get a parrot, bro? Can I play with the parrot too? Gardening. Look, you playing with parrots, gardening, you playing soccer, you fishing, you playing PlayStation. You got all these crazy meals. All right. You drinking margaritas. You doing a little bit of everything. Y'all growing flowers. I got fried rice. That is a torture victim. Where? Summer camp, living the life, living better than many of us. Living better. Look, I want to play with the parrot, bro. Can I get that parrot you got? So yeah, the reports of Kilmar, the so-called Maryland dad, and his torture have been way overblown because ain't no torture. He was living very nice in El Salvador. Yeah, that suffering, exactly. Playing PlayStation, playing with the birds. Look, the bird part got me jealous. Yeah, I love some birds, man. Like the parrots. I might want to get in the parrot, but the only thing about parrots, it'd be so loud. If I'm making the video, I ain't trying to have the parrot be, you know what I'm saying inappropriate things during the video. But shout out to the parrot. Okay, now here's a former Democrat saying that she feels much safer now that we got Trump in office. Okay, let's go ahead and throw it on the screen right quick, and let's let it rock. Give me a second. There we go.
That it was not for Donald Trump, we might still be living next to gang members because everything changed after he was elected. I was planning on voting for Kamala up until October, and I could not bring myself to do it. I had reached out to her campaign several times because by this point, this was a international story. Nobody got back to me, or any other Democrat for that matter. And I thought, how can I vote for people who didn't have my back, didn't care about myself or my neighbors? So I voted for Trump.
So you were a Democrat?
I was my whole life.
Really?
I first voted for Bill Clinton and voted Democrat every single year until, November.
And what do you think of Trump now? What do you think of his policies on deportation?
You know what? I can't tell you specifics about his policies, but what I will tell you is that it was not for Donald Trump, we might still be living next to gang members because everything changed after he was elected.
So you feel a lot safer now that he's in the White House again? I
do, because he's taking it seriously. The Democrats simply ignored it. They said it was lies. They won't talk to people who have been victimized by this.
Exactly. The mainstream media wants to have us believe that the issue of deportations is a thing that many Americans are against. No. We voted for this because Trump ran on it. Again, this, in my humble opinion, was the biggest issue of the election, the deportations. Many Americans, millions of us voted for Trump to do this very thing that he's doing. So I say, I like it. I love it. I want more of it. Shout out to the Orange Man. Keep on rocking out, boss. Keep on rocking out. Okay, now, this is going to be Jasmine Crockett. I'm sorry I got to show her, but I want to play this because I think I heard her say something. I want to replay it to make sure I heard it, and then I'm going to give a response. Okay, let's go ahead and just play what she says, and I'll give you my 2 cents on it.
As far as I'm concerned, you randomly kidnapping folk and you throwing them out of the country against their civil rights, against their constitutional rights. And frankly, how would they feel if some other country decided that they were going to just start throwing people randomly in our country? Like that is absolutely insane. So yes, all I got to say is y'all need to get these fools out of here. But Deborah, it's
okay. Now, I thought I heard her say that. Jasmine Crockett, you do realize that a lot, maybe even the majority of these so-called migrants were thrown into our country. You do realize that, right? They released all their prisoners and just dumped them on the USA, which is why there's so many of these crazy, out of their mind people here that should not be here. So yeah, they got to get up out of here. You're right about that. You probably meant that Trump got to get up out of here and those voted for him got. You're right about they got to get out of here, but you're wrong about the they that you're referring to. They means the illegal aliens. They got to get up out of here and go right back to the prison they crawled out from. So, yes, if we are inundated with all these people that came over here from prisons, which we are, they got to go. People like this don't understand that. They just think that they're, fruit pickers, bed makers, working regular jobs. No, we got human traffickers, home invaders, straight up lunatics, cannibals. The one dude was on the plane biting his own arm trying to have a barbecue sandwich. Right? You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff got to stop. So yeah, Jasmine Crockett, they're talking about she might be in the lead for 2028 to run for the Democrats. I hope and I pray that she runs, because for the Democrats, it'll be a big dumpster fire. I'm here for it. What about y'all? Do y'all think that she'd be a good person to run to in 2028? If she does, it'd be easy to smoke her boots, to wipe the floor with her. It'd be very easy. Listen, so many of these so-called migrants came here from all over the world, from their prisons. They got to go back now. They got to go back. So, hey, goodbye to all the migrants. Your time is up. Now, here is Hakeem Jeffries trying to stop the big, beautiful bill from passing, I believe.
You see, budget.
I ain't gonna play too much of this, but I want you guys to see who they have on their side. This guy has zero personality. He is like a robot, a machine. No soul, no spirit. They think he's like Obama because he's light-skinned and he has that type of talk. But ultimately, there's no soul, there's no spirit. Obama had some spirit. He does not.
You see, budgets are moral documents. And in our view, Mr. Speaker, budgets should be designed to lift people up. This reckless Republican budget that we are debating right now on the floor of the House of Representatives tears people down. This reckless Republican budget is an immoral document, and everybody should vote no against it because of how it attacks children and seniors and everyday Americans and people with disabilities. This reckless Republican budget is an immoral document. And that is why I stand here on the floor of the House of Representatives with my colleagues in the House Democratic Caucus to stand up and push back against it with everything we have on behalf of the American people.
So there you go, Hakeem Jeffries. That's the House Minority Leader.
You see,
terrible. All that marathon speech he did for no reason. It didn't yield anything. It yielded nothing. Okay, we got somebody, a TikToker, I suppose, reacting to the big, beautiful bill passing. And I don't know, man. People like this, whenever I see something like this, I'm just like, all right, man. Like, what are we doing here exactly?
Are you feeling nervous? Are you having fun? It's almost over. It's just begun. Don't overthink this. Look in my eye. Don't be scared. Don't be shy.
Okay, bro. Really? Does it, like, why do they always, I don't know, man. You got a lot going on. What's the purpose of tattooing your arm black? I don't get it. I don't really understand. The tattoos off the rip, that's going to be a red flag. People that look like this, man, what do you think you're going to do in the future? I guess all you can do is pretend to cry on TikTok for a living, because how are you going to really do anything to serve the public with this kind of stuff going on? Are you one of these people that, I don't know. Yeah, nobody cares about you crying. We don't believe it. We don't feel sorry for you. We don't care. All we're going to do is see your tattoos and be like, why would you do that to yourself? That's it. This kind of stuff doesn't matter anymore. Nobody cares. I, for one, am very happy that the bill got passed. Now, Pramila Jayapal and Joyanne Reed don't like it too much. Okay? They're not going to cry on camera. I hope not. Let's hear from them right quick, shall we?
On the DHS part, this is really important because this big bad betrayal bill.
Big bad betrayal. That was a good one, but not really. Let's start from the top.
On the DHS part, this is really important because this big bad betrayal bill is not disconnected from what we're seeing with immigration on the streets. It actually supercharges ICE's activities in terrorizing local communities, in kidnapping and disappearing and deporting immigrants across this country. Right now, for detention, for ICE detention, we spend about $3.5 billion. The big bad betrayal bill increases that number to $45 billion. $45 billion from $3.5 billion. So,
hey, I like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Across the board, and then there's separate money for ICE agents, for any number of pieces of the transportation, the deportation, all of that. So it is really essentially saying if whatever you see right now, Joy, multiply that by 10 to 12 times. That's what we're going to start seeing in terms of ICE agents terrorizing, disappearing, kidnapping immigrants, deporting them to third countries, holding them in incarceration facilities. These are jails now. These are not really civil detention centers, which is what they're supposed to be.
Okay. Like that's what a jail is. A jail is a detention center. The point of a jail versus prison is to hold you before you go to your next place, or it's for a minor infraction. But jail, like you go to jail first, and then you would go somewhere else. It's a detention center. That's what a jail is. Like, these people in politics are dumb. Like, these are smooth brains at best. Smooth brains at best. But look, check it out though. All of what you said about ICE getting more money, that is music to my ears. It's music to my ears. I promise it is.
I mean, concentration camps is what I call them. We just looked at that alligator one in Florida.
Yeah, the alligator Alcatraz, man. I like that. So yeah, we getting more money. We getting more funding. Hey, get an ICE agents raises. Get them some more money. Get them some more resources. I'm with it. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. So yeah, shout out to the big, beautiful bill. Shout out to ICE. Shout out to Trump. Pramila Jayapal, Jolis Reed. Stay mad. It's fine. It don't even matter, because guess what? The train going to keep moving whether you like it or not. I promise. I promise. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. A W across the board. A big W. All right. Shout out to ICE. Now, this is going to be State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce talking about the foreign aid that we're going to cut, or we're going to make it better. Put it to you that way. 90% of this foreign aid does not go to where it's supposed to go. All right, let's watch this. All right, let's put it on the screen and let's go ahead and get rocking.
We are not ending foreign aid. We are making it more nimble. We are operating at the speed of relevancy to making sure that the millions and billions of dollars that we spend on aid get to where it is meant to go. There is nothing to be proud of when 90%, according to Samantha Powers, is not even making it to the people to whom it was promised. These are promises. Donald Trump makes promises and he keeps them. Promises made, promises kept. We will be doing that also now with foreign aid, with the new structure of how this will be working. We are, of course, it is in our DNA. We exist in large part because of the nature of what America stands for as a beacon of hope for the future for the world. We've died on that principle. We live on that principle, and we are giving foreign aid on that principle, but it will be functional. It will be auditable. We will know where it's going, and we will see results.
There you go. That's a big key. If you're going to do foreign aid, let's not have it be just corruption. A lot of this so-called aid, it just goes in somebody's pocket. It doesn't get to where it's supposed to go. If we're going to do it, let's do it efficiently. Now, I know it's easier said than done, but check it out. If we cannot do it efficiently, then let's not do it at all. That's all. That's just my humble opinion. What do y'all think? So yeah, shout out Tammy Bruce. Shout out Tammy Bruce. Okay, now here's more about the big beautiful bill. They're talking about. Hold on, I got a little bit of time. I got to kind of accelerate here. Okay, I think I want to go right here. So, matter of fact, let's skip ahead a little bit. Let's skip ahead. This person, a normie, says she gets paid to have kids on Medicaid. And part of the big beautiful bill is cuts to Medicaid, but more about just trying to reform it, meaning trying to prevent abuse of Medicaid. Like in California, where you have 1 million, listen, in California, you have 1 million illegal aliens on Medi-Cal. So their state Medicaid, 1 million illegal aliens on that. Should that be a thing that happens? I think not. Although it's a state program, they get federal monies. Why do I want to give federal monies to illegal aliens for their health care? Anyway, this woman says that she gets paid to have kids on Medicaid, okay? Let's go through it.
I get paid to have kids. Let me tell you why. I don't pay for my daughters or toddlers wipes or diapers any month. Nothing out of pocket. I pretty much get paid to have babies. So if you have Medicaid, this video is for you. Pay attention, save this video, repost. This is the first thing you're gonna look for when you walk into CVS. It's gonna be a blue tag, over-the-counter health benefits. Let me show you how I do it. See this blue tag right here? Health plan benefit approved item. And yes, Pedialyte advanced care. See the blue tag? Eligible? Yes. Air thermometer? Eligible.
Thermometer?
Over the counter. Infants Tylenol? Over the counter benefit qualifies. Okay, there you go. You need some diaper rest for your kids? CVS brand. Over the counter approved.
So to be clear, the blue tag means it's free for her.
Skin protectant, over the counter approved. And they got ultra soft toddler cleansing wipe, CVS brand, over the counter approved. Any item that has a blue tag, you'll be able to use with your benefit. Need to bring your smile? Over the counter approved. Yes, these for free. Vitamins, make sure it has the blue tag. Yes, they're free.
There you go. So that's Medicaid for you in action. And this is kind of what I was talking about, because remember there was a plan from Trump to give new women, not new women. There was a plan from Trump to give new moms $5,000 when they have a baby. But I'm like, okay, who will be attracted by that? Women like her who are just going to just, hey, keep getting paid, keep on getting all these monies to have these kids. Are you going to have the best mother? Where is the dad at? You see what I'm saying? You're going to attract that kind of person. And that's what you don't want. You don't want to attract the you don't want to attract Pookie breeders. Can I say that without being offensive? It's the truth. Anyway, young lady right here is not very happy with the bill. The big beautiful bill is a little bit disturbing to her. Let's hear from her, shall we?
You don't want them to have access to food? Do you not want them to have... You know what they're going to do? They're going to end up stealing. And there's going to be more prisoners. Oh, that's so smart. That's so smart. Yeah, you're stunting American growth. You're stunting American growth, and my generation's getting fucked because of you. And I'm sick and tired of it. People have like this, oh, but, you know, there's so many people who, you know, for their SNAP benefits, they use it, but they don't actually need it, and this, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care if a few of them use the system. Everyone's going to use the system. Guess what? Trump is using the system so that his fellow rich people can have tax cuts. So why can't people have food? Why is it, please, someone explain to me, that why is it us and Israel, out of the UN, are the only two countries that believe that food is not a given right? Why? Tell me. I don't understand. I don't understand you Trumpies. I don't understand you people. Okay? How can you not care about other people? Do something about it. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready. Like, if I need to, I'll defend what I believe is morally right.
Alrighty, so look, I got just one thing to say. If you are trying to get more access to food, I'm not quite sure that's what you need. I'm not quite sure it's what you need. I'm just gonna put it out there. I saw that comment, Trumpinator. You nasty, but anyway, I digress. I got a few more. Okay, now her whole family is on disability. The husband gets disability, Medicaid. They got 3 kids. So it's her husband, 3 kids, nobody works. Let's watch.
My whole house is on Medicaid. My husband, me, our baby daughter. Okay, we're all on Medicaid. Without Medicaid, I wouldn't be able to have the birth control in my arm that I have. Without Medicaid, I wouldn't be able to have the antidepressants that I have at no cost to me. Without Medicaid, I wouldn't be able to go to therapy to continue to be the mom I am to the 3 kids and 2 separate houses that I have to do. Without Medicaid, my daughter wouldn't be able to go and get her vaccines and go and get all of the things that she needs as an 18-month-old baby. Without Medicaid, my husband wouldn't be able to go and get the medications that he needs and the treatment that he needs for his disability. Without Medicaid, not a single person in my house would have health care. We are low income. Our only income is my husband's SSI. We're on food stamps. We use food pantries. Okay? Without Medicaid, we would never be healthy. And for us, it's not even like body, it's all mental. For my husband, for me, and then we have a baby who needs Medicaid for vaccines, who needs Medicaid for... I already have 2 children who are diagnosed with autism, so what if she ends up getting diagnosed with autism? We need Medicaid. We need Medicaid. And if you live in America, everybody deserves free health care. That's it. I just love you. Have a good day.
Okay, now, are we seeing a pattern here? I need free food. Do you? You use food stamps and the food pantry? Did you raid the food pantry? What's going on? What's going on here? You want free health care. Well, you know what? How about do some things to improve your own health, like back away from the table. I'm just saying. Is it just me? Am I being too harsh? Or am I right on point? Y'all let me know. And look, this right here is a problem. People that don't work, don't bring anything forward to society, do not do anything. They're just useless eaters. They just sleep and eat. And they got to talk about, oh, I want birth control. You need, how old are you? You don't understand how a baby is made. People, man, people like this, they exhaust me. They exhaust me. Okay, look, I got one more big back. I'm gonna highlight one more big back. And listen, I declare myself, I knight myself as the sole defender of this nation against weaponized government-funded big backs. I point myself as the Batman against big backs in this country. BBB, Batman against big backs. BBB, that's me. Let's watch.
Let's go to Costco, family of 6 that receives food stamps. Did you grab the keys out of the car? I'm gonna go look for trash cans because mine broke and I really want the side-by-side ones. So let's go see if they have them. Buddy, grab it.
This is hilarious, trying to be all healthy for the camera. Normally, you won't pick up no produce. You're going to go straight to the box food section. Cookies, cakes, pies, all of that. But I digress. There we go. Now, see, look, try to get in. That was funny. Listen, first it was, okay, we getting some oranges and some grapes. And now, okay, what we going to do next? The cookies. Oh, and the variety pack. You got the macadamia, the oatmeal, and the chocolate chip, of course. That was the goal of Costco. Not all these. You're probably going to put all that stuff back before you go to the actual checkout. But let me stop. Is that lunch meat? What is that? Is that lunch meat? Oh, it's chicken breast. Okay. Now, I'll tell you what. I'm a Kirkland. I'm a Kirkland ambassador in my own mind. But I would never get meat like that from Costco.
Hi. Just 2. Yeah. I mean, can you even pick that up? Yes. Oh my gosh, muscles. So they didn't have the trash can that I wanted, so I'll just have to order it on Amazon. All right. Are you okay? Yeah. These kids are absolutely driving me bonkers in the store. Sure.
Now, wait a minute. We got a lot more stuff in there. Hold on. I got to sneeze right quick, but it ain't coming out. We got a lot more stuff in that cart. That cart full to the top. So I'm looking at, what's this? Tortillas. So we got chicken tendies right here. You see, right? Chicken tendies. Some dino snacks, some cookies. We got all kind of junk. And I don't see the grapes in the cart anymore. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe the grapes are covered by all the other stuff in there. Smart. Okay, about to say. I thought you said she's a smart shopper. She's not a very smart shopper.
Put it on the bottom, please.
So we got some, what's this? Fruit roll-ups.
You have to lay it down, baby.
We got cookies, cereal, pretzel, snacks, fruit roll-ups, chicken tendies. What's that right there? Hold on. What's this? And more cookies. Oh, okay. The grapes are still in the cart. Okay, good for her.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much. It only took us like an hour in and out of Costco. Stuck to my list pretty well and ended up spending $3.75. And then we have to go pick up a Walmart order.
On junk. On pure junk. $375 on junk.
For $65?
Except for the chicken. But beyond that, it was junk. The chicken and the grapes and the oranges, but everything else is junk.
$440 total. It wasn't enough that I spent $440, but Walmart decided to not give me some of my items. So I'm gonna run into Target real quick and grab the rest of what I need. The sunset is so gorgeous tonight. I just spent another $75 at Target. 30 of it was food stamps and the other 45 was my own money.
Okay, see, you're using food stamps to just buy junk, and that's usually what happens. Go to Walmart, Target, or whatever on the 1st through the 5th, like right around EBT card refresh time, and you'll see stuff just like that. It'll be people that's weighing 400 pounds in the scooters with a cart full of junk. They don't need the food stamps because they're not using them properly. And all they're going to do is make themselves unhealthy, which is going to contribute to having higher medical costs in the USA. A lot of them are going to be on Medicaid, so it's going to be us, a taxpayer. We're going to fund them in their sickness, and we're going to fund them in their recovery from what we allowed them and made possible for them to do through our own money. The entire day food shopping, it was daytime when they started and nighttime when they finished, and all they got was straight up sugary garbage. Now, speaking about food and grocery stores, this guy is in the correct store, but he's in a good store, but he's doing what can sometimes happen in the store like this. And once you see what I'm talking about, it'll make sense. Once you see this guy and where he is, it'll make sense. Okay, take a look. So my man right here is sitting on the ground, Indian style, in Trader Joe's with his hand glued to the, what is that? Like the refrigerator for the chicken. Bro, see, that's why I kind of avoid Trader Joe's, because I don't want to see guys like this in there. I don't want to see no Transformers, people that kind of smell funny. It's a good store, but guys like this be in there.
I'm super glued here to Trader Joe's. I'm asking Trader Joe's to stop selling Curly's peddling their poultry and stop profiting off of suffering.
Chickens deserve medical attention, just like us. One struggle, one fight. Human freedom, animal rights. Same struggle, same fight.
I'm super glued.
Now look, bro, if it's me and I was a firefighter, I would cut out a piece of that and send you on your way with the thing still stuck to you. And if you can't get it off your hand, then oh well. Here's my question. What's the end game to the gluing of yourself to this fixture? What's the end game? What if you got to go hit the bathroom? You pretty much are stuck. Weirdos. So yeah, I like Trader Joe's. It's a good store. They got good products, but I don't want to see my man in there or the young lady on top of the thing. Yeah, I don't want to see her. One of y'all said, oh, a flatback. I don't want to see her or her comrade in there at all. I don't want to see her neither. And they be in there all the time. So yeah, shout out to Trader Joe's. Some of your clientele, though, they got to get up out of there. But if you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. All right. Now, I'm going to show this right here. This is somebody moving from Southern California to Idaho. All right. And I want you guys to see this because there's a lot to this video, actually. There's a lot to it. Let's go ahead and just let it rock right quick. Big backs and flatbacks. That's right. Hey, when you go to Walmart on the first of the month, you're going to see a sea of big backs. It's going to be a big back bonanza. A big back bonanza on the first of the month. On the first, like the EBT card refresh window, the 1st through the 5th, you're going to see a sea, an endless, as far as the eyes can see, it's going to be a big back bonanza in Wally World, Target, etc. You go to Trader Joe's, it's going to be some flatbacks in there, but they might have some blue hair and be a little bit different. Might see a transformer in there. Okay. The best kind of happy medium is like a Publix. That's my store. I like Publix a lot. You see regular people in there. Regular people. Normies. Not necessarily the humongous big backs, 800 pounds in a mobility scooter that's screaming for mercy. I saw a video of a person in a mobility scooter in the store. It was, that's like, look, get off the scooter, give it a little bit of grease, do something. You're torturing the scooter. Get off the scooter, please. Anyway, let's watch this couple right here going from Southern California to Idaho. Alrighty, let's watch.
My fiance and I, we are moving from Southern California to Idaho. We have been driving 50 miles per hour the whole time so far because we're towing a trailer and it is fully loaded. So many people have asked why we're moving to Idaho, why we picked Idaho, what's over there. And honestly, guys, we put a map on a dartboard and we closed our eyes and we threw the dart, and wherever it landed, that's where we were moving to. Just kidding, guys. So we had two choices. We were looking into Tennessee and Idaho. Tennessee was our top choice to begin with. We ended up looking into Idaho because my cousin and his wife just recently moved there, and they're like, oh, you should check it out. And at first we were like, what's in Idaho? Like, no. And after a while, we actually started searching it, and it looked super pretty over there. It looked like it offered everything that we wanted. So we were like, you know what, let's start searching around. We'll visit both places. So first we went to Tennessee. As many as you know, that shit sucked. Yeah, Tennessee was not the vibe for us.
Pause. My question is, why was Tennessee a no-go for you? Why did you not like my state where I live at right now? Tennessee is great. And also, where'd you go? Probably Nashville, like they all go to Nashville. Now, Nashville is for y'all. Well, not really, but kind of, because all y'all go to Nashville from California. Why'd you not like Nashville? That's my question. And what are you looking for? What's your objective? Are you trying to find a duplicate, a replica of California? If you want that, stay in California. But I digress.
It might be for you, but for us, it was just not it. Idaho was our next option. We drove to Idaho. And once we got there, it felt like home. Everything just felt right. Everything fell into place how it needed to. Idaho offers everything that we were looking for with outdoors activities, just a different lifestyle. With Nevin being paralyzed, he can't really regulate his body temperature anymore. And so the spot that we were living, it's 115 degrees to 120 degrees 6 months out of the year. So it's just not livable for either of us. You can't go outside, you can't do anything. We both like to be outdoors and doing stuff. So moving to Idaho will give us that lifestyle that we want. But yeah, Idaho was not on the top of our list. We never would have probably thought to look at Idaho if my cousin didn't move there. But I'm glad we did, because like I said, we went there and it felt like home, and everything just kind of fell into place how it needed to. And everything's working out perfect so far. I'm super excited, and it's just a new start. I know I've had a lot of comments where people are like, there's nothing in Idaho, blah, 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 blah. We haven't lived there yet, but from what we saw, it had everything that we were interested in. We're not very big city people, so being in the outdoors is our space. And yes, I know some people are gonna be like, okay, well, if he can't regulate his body temperature, like, it gets cold there. With the cold, you can put on layers. In the heat, you can only take off so much. He's able to regulate his body temperature a lot easier in the cold. All right, love you guys, bye.
Who is he? Like the boyfriend? They got a pet? Maybe I missed that. So, are any of you guys in Idaho? How do you feel about the Californians coming to your state? Because I know that's the thing. A lot of Californians in Idaho, a lot of them, Washington State, Oregon, Texas, Tennessee, they're all over the place. How do you guys feel about the Californians coming to Idaho? Southern Californians at that, LA people. How you feel about them going to your state? You like it? Don't like it? Somewhere in between? It depends. They're all different. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Is he an animal? That's what I'm saying. Is he a snake? What's going on? Yeah, I might have missed that part. You might have missed that part. But the thing about Tennessee is that it's not even really hot. Like once you go to Nashville, it gets pretty cold there. They have winters. They got a lot of snow because you're up in the Cumberland Plateau. It's a different environment. Nashville is different than Appalachia, where I'm at. It's a completely different environment. In order for you to go to Nashville, you got to go Mount Eagle or something like that. You got to go up a lot in elevation. It's way different. Nashville, everything's built on granite. It's more north than what I am. It's higher elevation. It's totally different environment. And Memphis is also very different because you basically on Mississippi River. So that's way different. You're on flat, like Delta land. Nashville, you up in the mountain or the plateau. And East Tennessee, you're like at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. So it's way different depending upon where you are. East Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, and West Tennessee are all different. Physically, geographically, they're different. All right. So yeah, shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. Okay, so I did see some of the flooding out there in Texas. We got a lot of missing people. Here's some of the damage from the flood. I'm going to turn that down. It's just a helicopter sound. But you can see just how bad the flood was. You're talking about like once in a lifetime type flooding. The river rose like 30 feet in a matter of a very short period of time. So yeah, it's pretty rough out there in Texas. Again, this is Texas flooding that happened recently. A lot of girls, I think there was some kind of camp or something happening out here, and girls from the camp are missing still. So pretty devastating. Let's get to a news clip about this. All right. Throw it on the screen right quick.
Let's go right now to Chip Roy, Republican congressman from Texas, on this desperate search effort. We thank you for joining us today. I'm sure you're very, very busy. What more can you tell us from what you're learning from search and rescue personnel there on the ground?
Yeah, well, I got in late last night, close to midnight. I was supposed to be in D.C. for the signing of the big, beautiful bill. I would normally be right by this bridge right behind me for the 4th of July celebration here in Kerrville. My family comes every year. And unfortunately, we're here under these circumstances. As Mike just said, the river right behind us rose almost 30 feet in less than an hour. Unprecedented, historic. It's like a wheelbarrow of water got dumped here. The great first responders, state, local, federal, we're all working together, about 1,000 boots on the ground yesterday. We had about 240 rescues yesterday. 160 of those were air rescues. I know they were working through the night to try to get to a few of the kids in camps who were isolated because you couldn't get to them because the roads were down. So a coordinated effort, plenty of resources here. We've got the manpower. It's just an operation to go make sure we can go find anybody who is still alive, and then obviously a recovery for those who unfortunately perished. Our prayers are with all the families. But it's not just the kids that we're obviously devastated about. It's also the local individuals. A camp director who I think really sacrificed her life trying to save kids. Some stories about camp counselors doing the same. And we'll just have a lot we have to go through as we digest all of this. But I'm really proud of all the people who came together. Spoke with the president yesterday. He was supportive. Spoke with Secretary Noem yesterday. She was supportive. All of our colleagues have been reaching out. But now we just got to continue to finish the job today.
30 feet in an hour. I've never seen that before in my life. That's crazy. That reminds me of what happened with the hurricane up there in North Carolina, up there by Asheville in the western part of the state. It reminds me of that same thing. You had so much water at once, the river just couldn't handle it. And any kind of valley, any kind of holler, anything just filled up right away. So fast you can't even react. And when them flood waters hit, there's nothing you could do. Because the water going to keep flowing. You can't stop it. When the water is flowing, there's nothing you could do. So yeah, prayers out to them. Prayers out to them for sure. Hopefully everyone who was missing is recovered. And anyone injured, may they get well soon. Yeah, it's really, really terrible out there. But yeah, it reminds me of what happened with the situation, and it reminds me of what happened with, like I said, North Carolina. What's North Carolina? Same thing. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you guys this juror from the Puff trial. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this kind of briefly. I'm sorry for the switch like that from a very serious thing to this, but you know, I got like no time here. So I want to show you this, and then I'm going to show you a little bit more. Oh, I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to show Zoltan talking about he's African American. Let's watch this from the juror in the Puff trial.
Some very graphic images, videos. You heard very sexual and graphic details. What was that like, hearing that, and how did it impact how you viewed the case?
No, they were very graphic, and but I think overall, you know, we were looking at it from like one side, and it was definitely riveting and eye-opening.
What did you see on the videos? You know, the press wasn't able to see it in real time.
Yeah. No, I mean, they were showing some of the. Well, I mean, there was both the freak offs and hotel nights, as they were called, from both of them. But it was.
Were they showing those videos?
They showed, well, again, you know, the defense and the prosecution showed different clips, so they were very selective. Like the prosecution was showing more, you know, just Cassie just sitting around.
The defense showed that.
Defense showed that, yeah.
Just her sitting around not engaging in sexual activity.
Yes.
The prosecution, when you had to have your headphones on and otherwise, what were you seeing then?
There was sexual activity, but I mean, it wasn't really.
Was it forced?
No, it didn't. It didn't seem forced. It was actually like pretty tame.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she?
It was just a lot of rubbing oil and stuff on there. It wasn't anything too you know, graphic.
There you go. So, and this guy was a juror. He was a juror, and he did not know who Puff was before this whole thing started. Impartial. Didn't even know who the guy was. So there you go. He's just like, look, man, just a bunch of rubbing the baby oil. It didn't look to be that serious. So there you go. He was a juror, Shay. He was on a jury. So he was able to see everything that the jury, because he's a juror. So people talking about, oh, how could you say those things? He said the same thing I said. Like, she was a willing participant in the freak offs. And really, like I said before, Puff and Cassie were more akin to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell than anything else. That's what this was. But Cassie did not get brought up on charges. Now, people are trying to sue her. There's an escort suing her, talking about he was providing for her for like 8 years and all kind of stuff. So the money that she got, people are now trying to get that from her because they're saying that she was just as bad as Puff. So we'll see. Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. That's what this was. All right, now here's Zoltan. Okay. He identified as a black man on his application to Colombia. Does he appear to be black to you? Now, to be specific, what he said was he's Asian and African American. Trying to be funny. Trying to game the system because maybe in his mind he thinks, okay, well, I'm Indian, from India. My parents, both of my parents are from India. Okay? But I was born in Kampala, Uganda, which makes me African. And then I came to America, so now I'm American. No. If I'm born in China, I'm not Chinese. If I'm born in Well, if I'm born in Uganda, but I got American parents, I'm not Ugandan. I'm really a Black American. I'm not African. You are Indian. Don't try to play games. You're Asian. But when you're talking about Colombia, it's easier for you to get in there if you put it in the whole African American thing. He is as African American as Elon Musk. Actually, I would say Elon is more African than him because Elon has generations past that were in South Africa and they grew up there. Unlike Zoltan here. Okay.
Because that.
Let's hear from him. Hold on. Was there something else I wanted to show? Give me a second. Okay, so here's what I wanted to see. So New York Times reportedly unveiled that Zoltan wrote that he's Asian and African American on his college application. He responded to the report saying it was an attempt to represent his complex background given limited choices. Bro, look at your face. You're Asian. You're Indian. India is in Asia. You're Asian. Period.
And coming to terms with something that really reshapes what's possible and what a coalition looks like, it may take some people time. And what's so exciting to me is that this was a campaign that was laser focused on an economic agenda and on making clear that every New Yorker belongs in this city. They deserve the same respect, the same recognition. And ultimately, what good is it if we call this the greatest city in the world if the people who built it can't afford to live here? And the increased turnout, it's not just generational. I also say this as the first South Asian elected official, the first Muslim elected official to ever run for mayor. The turnout in those same communities has been incredible to see.
So South Asian, Muslim, where is African American? Now me, you can see my face. Look at me. You can hear my voice. I showed you the picture of my great grands, Black Americans, born here. We've been here hundreds of years. I am Black American. He is Indian, and it's okay. It is okay to be Indian, but you're not me. Don't do the whole Mindy Kaling's brother thing, trying to pretend to be African American for college admissions, trying to game the system. Okay, don't do that. Don't come into the game as a liar. Don't do that. Now, I want to play this right here. This is not about the whole African American thing, but it just shows why you should not vote for this guy. Mel Kamala. Well, Kamala was more believable because she actually had some mixed ancestry. She was not totally like 100% straight from the Indian subcontinent. Her mom was, but her dad was like a little bit of something else. But I can tell you what she's not, which is Black. Not Black. Maybe biracial at best, but biracial with mostly Indian.
Because that is the amount of money that will solve everything. It comes out of an understanding that policing is something that does not create safety. And what we need to do is reinvest into things that are proven indicators and creators of safety. And the city council budget did not do that. And it's just mind-blowing because that is the amount of money that will solve everything. It comes out of an understanding that policing is something that does not create safety.
So policing does not create safety. Do y'all believe that in New York City, policing does not create safety? People like this, man, this is the elitist point of view because in their world where they live, there's no need for policing because their community, everybody's on a, but once you come down to a place that's not your gated community, that's not your $1 million home, you need police. The police in these communities are often the last bastion of hope. But where you're from, Zoltan, it's not like that. So it's easy for you to say that police do not create safety because in your neck of the woods, you don't need them. That's why guys like this should not be in office because They don't understand the way that this world works. They don't really get it. All right, I got one more from CNN about Zoltan, and then I might keep on moving and get to some calls. I made it through the whole show. I don't feel like my voice has gotten a little bit. I've gotten used to being able to speak like this. At first, I was a little bit shaky, but now I'm better. Let's watch this right quick.
Parts of the city where immigrant communities voted for Donald Trump and then turned around and voted for a democratic socialist. That's a real thing. Just like it was a real thing when those same Obama voters turned around and voted for Donald Trump too.
Congratulations for explaining just how terrible of a campaign Kamala Harris ran. I mean, she couldn't keep people who want to vote for socialists from voting for Donald Trump. Look, New York City has had, frankly, terrible governance for years. And now this narrow sliver of liberal, rich, white, female Democrats who nominated Mamdani, who have enough money to leave when he destroys the city, nominated this guy. The working class went for other people. But what he's going to do is end up destroying the city for the working class, defunding the police, emptying the jails, fighting against federal enforcement of our immigration laws. The rich liberals who voted for him can leave. The working class can't.
There are parts of this.
Exactly. So shout out to my main man. What's my man's name? Scott Jennings. Shout out to my man for always keeping it 1,000. Always. But if you like what you heard tonight, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. Okay, I'm going to show you one real estate clip, and then I'm going to get to the calls. I kind of like late on my time here. I'm going to show you one real estate clip. Now, this, matter of fact, I already showed that, so I ain't going to show it. All right, let's keep moving. I'll say it for next time. I'll say my clips I have for next time. But I'm going to get to a few calls. Super chats first, then we're going to get to calls. The number to call, 706-406-3287. Again, 706-406-3287. Where are we at here? Okay. Super chats. That kid Michael Guess who says, Ice, Ice, baby. American flag emoji. Thank you for that. Thank you to Sneaks for becoming an ABL supporter. Thank you to Scott Maga for becoming an ABL supporter. Thank you to Tim Ray's Tube who says, Milankovitch cycle describes ice age cycles, whether it's based on Earth movement. Thank you to Bald Brad who says, you've always supported me, ABL, or something to buy more fluids to get well faster. Appreciate you for that. Thank you to Tim Ray's Tube who says, Elon is worried that America will go the way of Great Britain and Rome. Mr. Wombat says, you just need to get the robotism in your system, problem solved. Ain't no fussing with the tussing. Shout out to you, boss. Thank you to Cowpoke Ranch who says, evening ABL. I'm socially right-leaning, but MAGA has mutated into the modern Dixiecrat party. I can't find it within myself to keep supporting such views. Hey, man, everybody feels the way they want to feel. Thank you to Islanita who says, you need some Buckley's mixture. You be A1. Thank you to Cowpoke Ranch who says, differences, though, ABL, is that we view illegal immigration through a concerned U.S. citizen lens. MAGA looks at it through a racial one. I don't believe that. That's your opinion, but I don't believe that. Thank you to the white man for the peace sign. Thank you to Apple who says, God bless the souls of great grandpa and ancestors. Right on. Thank you to Honeybee Journey who says, donate and support this conservative channel. Thank you for that. Thank you to Sneaks who says, hey, ABL, personally believe that those protesters, that don't have a job are being paid to protest. A lot of the signs are professionally made and they have apartments, food, etc. It doesn't add up. Of course they're being paid. Most of them being paid. Only the people that are really, really dumb don't get paid. They're all dumb, to be clear, but only the especially dumb ones don't get paid. Thank you to Tim Ray's Tubu says, the bloated bureaucratic bill. Okay, you just don't like what's happening with Trump. That's fine. Thank you to Trumpinator who says, I don't try to be nasty. I just can't help it. Thank you to Free Agent Forever Rocky Cage who says, what's up, ABL? Correct me if I'm wrong. Did she say 2 different households? It sounds to me she doesn't have no business having children. Yes, she said 2 different households. The woman who's talking about living on Medicaid and whatnot. Pardon me, hold on, I got to sneeze. And it didn't even drop. The sneeze went back into the nose. Thank you to Half Orc Monk for your donation. They get to Evergreen, who says he can regulate body temperature. That is BS. Who can? I don't know. They get to Tony Hay Munkits, who says prayers for Texas, especially the kids. Absolutely. Prayers out for them. All right. I got super chats. Now let's get to some calls. Again, the number to call is, hold on. Matter of fact, before I get to the calls, I did find the video of the Walmart cart squeaking. You guys got to hear it. You already hear it. Hold on. Sir, can you please give the poor Walmart scooter a break? A pint of oil, something. My goodness, you're killing it. You're killing it. Please stop. And see, look, you see the size. Look at my man. It's like, bro, come on, man. Shouldn't there be a weight limit on these scooters? A weight limit, bro. This is out of control. My goodness. I can't even do it because of my voice right now. But yeah, shout out to the scooter. RIP to the scooter. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. All righty. Let's go ahead and keep rocking and rolling. Let's get to the call. So the number to call, 706-406-3287. Again, 706-406-3287. All right. And shout out to you guys for rocking and rolling with me throughout the whole time with my voice and everything being crazy. Hey, exactly, Haley. No wonder the scooter is shrieking because my man is like 1,000 pounds. Unknown caller, you're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, Anthony, how you doing? It's Paul from China, man. How you doing? It's been a minute.
It's all good, man. What's going on?
Yeah, I got two quick things for you, man. Let you go. One, big beautiful bill. I didn't catch the show from the opening, so you might have already dealt with this, but you never watched it from a distance. I know a little bit about it, not a whole lot. Basically, Speaker Mike Johnson is a real cheerleader for it. I like Mike Johnson, but then you have Representative Tom Massey from Kentucky, and I really like him too. He's a good dude, and they're both on opposite sides of it, So I don't really know like who's right or who's wrong or who. Basically, what's your perspective on BBB? If you are a cheerleader for it, like Mike Johnson, then why do you disagree with Tom Massey? And if you're on the Tom Massey camp and kind of really opposed to BBB, what do you think Mike Johnson has wrong about it?
I mean, the bottom line is just the spending. I think Thomas Massey is against the spending, and I think Mike Johnson understands that you got to have some spending in order to get some things done, and also to make it actually pass. Like, you got to be able to appease people on both sides of the aisle. It can't just be, all right, I want it to be this way and no other way. You can't do that in government. So that's pretty much where I'm at with it. Really just comes down to spending. Some say it's too much. Some say that it has to happen in order to make the bill pass.
But do you support it?
I mean, I'm cool with it. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think I'm cool with it.
Do you think Tom Massey is kind of overblowing it? Like, too much spending, there would be generations of new debt, stuff like that?
I mean, I understand his point of view, but he doesn't really, there's nothing that he can actually counter that's actually going to work, that's actually going to pass. So I get it, but it's like, you have your opinion, and that's okay, that's fine. But you're going to be, he's in the extreme minority.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Lastly, let you go. I know you got a lot of people want to call in. A little unorthodox question for you. I don't really like to deal with race and ethnicity too much. I think it's kind of played out. It's just kind of on and on and on about race and ethnicity. But I did listen to an interesting conversation last night between two people, and basically they were saying one guy was saying that America should move beyond like sub-ethnic groups. And he made a good point about how, like, across Latin America, particularly like in Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, they don't really have sub-ethnic groups. You know, like he said, like in Puerto Rico, for example, there are Puerto Ricans with blonde hair and blue eyes. And then he said there are Puerto Ricans that look like they're from Central Africa. But they don't really do sub-ethnic groups. There are no, like, white Puerto Ricans or black Puerto Ricans. They're basically just different shades of one ethnicity. And he said across Latin America and Dominican and other countries, you find that same dynamic. Like, people really just see themselves as different shades of one ethnicity. And he said America should move beyond these sub-ethnic groups and it's become an ethnic group. Like, Americans should be an ethnic group, and from, you know, like lily white people to dark-skinned black people, we should all be different shades of one ethnic group and move beyond these, you know, like Black Americans, Italian Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, just one ethnic group, different shades of one ethnic group. What do you think about that?
Well, they say that about Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, but that's not true, because if you are dark-skinned Puerto Rican versus a light-skinned Puerto Rican, your life is different in Puerto Rico. Same thing if you're in Dominican. That's why Sammy Sosa did the whole bleaching treatment, because he wanted to be lighter skinned. So you got colorism that goes on, and depending upon what color you are, will be kind of like how you're treated. Okay, if you're me, you're a dark-skinned guy going to Dominican, you're going to be seen a certain way versus a light-skinned people. And that's just the reality. And they have one culture, but you're still different within that one culture. Now, come to America, there's different cultures within America. Okay, the Irish, the Italian, the blacks, the whites, depending upon where you are in the country. It's a big country. So you got white, like let's say you're in New York, you got white Italians. Hey, I'm walking here. That guy is way different than the California white liberal on the beach surfing. That's a whole different kind of white person. They're not the same. So a lot of that is regional differences, cultural differences, racial differences that have been drawn upon historic lines. So I don't know how you really get rid of that. That's not really, if you go to China, mostly everybody's Han Chinese, but still, even in China, with everybody being pretty much Han Chinese, there's different languages of the same language, different dialects.
Yeah.
So a lot of that is just geographic. If you're in a small place like Dominican, little small island, even them in that little small island are not the same. Haiti and Dominican, whole different thing going on. Whole different thing going on. It's two different countries, yes, but it's a little teeny small island. So in their part of the island, there's divisions among the people, even though it's one culture on a very small place. And on the other side of the island, whole different people. So I don't really believe the whole thing about them talking about they're all one people, ain't no difference. That's not true. And I think the thing here is that we have geographical differences and historical cultural differences.
Okay, yeah. That's all I have for you, man. Thank you. When do you go live on IG?
On Tuesday. Tuesday at about 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, just Tuesday? Any other days of the week?
Just Tuesday for now. Maybe I might do another day, but for right now, just Tuesday.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for the call. So what do y'all think? Am I right about that? Am I wrong about that? The main thing about America is a geographic. Okay. And even black folks are different depending upon where you are. A lot of it is about the state. Like, okay, a black person in Florida, like a native born black person from Florida with the wicks and all that kind of stuff is not the same as a black person from New York originally with a Yankee hat and the Timberland boots. And they're different from a California black person or a Midwest black person or Atlanta, Georgia. An Atlanta, Georgia black person is not the same as a black person from Pembroke Pines, Florida or something like this. Or Pompano Beach is way different, way different. And don't be an immigrant, recent immigrant coming over. That's a whole different story. You could be in the same building with somebody in New York and be totally different from them. The same color. Y'all can look the exact same, be in the same building, but Totally different. So yeah, America is different in that way. I don't think we're really going to get beyond those differences. But what I say is that we should be able to embrace those differences rather than squabbling over it. What do y'all think? 786 on the line. Who am I speaking to?
Mr. Anthony Brian Logan, how are you, sir?
It's all good. What's happening?
Oh, no, oh gosh. Well, as you can see, there's a lot out there. This is Amrox from the Super Chat. But, well, I wanted to start off. There was a speech recently. Sadly, maybe you know about this. There was recently a mass shooting in Indianapolis, and 2 people, unfortunately, are gone. And this police chief spoke, but his speech, he basically came up and said, we got to have parents be parents now. We can't, have them out at wee hours of the night and whatever. And, and I couldn't agree more with what this police officer had to say in Indianapolis. I mean, there's too many parents, who are outsourcing their parenthood either to schools, whether it be public or private. They're outsourcing their parenthood to the TikTok, to the phone. They're outsourcing it to, I don't know, anything from summer camps to the society as a whole. And, I said it's about time somebody spoke up like that in public. And this kind of dovetails in with all these EBT big backs that you've been highlighting tonight. I mean, basically what I see that put this all together is kind of this mentality that the unproductive are victims of the productive and the irresponsible are victims of the people who take personal responsibility. It seems like that's the sentiment that's being promoted right now.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, for sure.
And that's what I wanted to say in those regards. And it's just really something else. Oh, by the way, I sent you an email. I know you're talking about Miami earlier, like the heat and humidity. We still have it here, so your kind of weather's still here. I'm still my offer to be your guide here is still on a par, and I live about a little more than an hour from Alligator, Alcatraz.
Okay.
So if you do take me up on the offer, I'm willing to drive you out there. You want to look at it?
Hey man, sounds good to me.
Yeah, road trip.
Right on.
Okay. Well, I know. Get well soon. I know you're under the weather, so that's why I'm going to be brief tonight. All right. Talk to you later.
Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to the call. Shout out to the caller. Great call. Let's go to 843. You're on the line. Who am I speaking to? 843. Hello.
Hey, AB. How you doing, brother?
It's all good, man. What's going on?
I'm doing good. This is not your ordinary dad.
All righty, what's happening?
Hey, so West Virginia, I don't know if you heard, but Nucor spent billions of dollars and invested in that community and given jobs.
Hold on.
You hear about that?
Hold on. Before you continue, are you on speaker or something? It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I hear you better. So you said West Virginia. Where was the community you said?
West Virginia, Nucor. You know about Nucor?
No.
So they're a steel mill industry. So they don't have a whole lot of stuff going on in West Virginia, and they spent a lot of money, billions of dollars, and they built the state-of-the-art steel mill industry. Did you hear about that?
I think I did hear about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So just a shout out. They're trying to get some stuff going on over there, and I want to give a shout out to those guys that they've been busting their ass.
Right on. Shout out to them. Absolutely. You there,
All
boss?
right, AB.
All right.
You take care of yourself.
All right, now take care. All right. Shout out to the call. They might have been a little distracted, but yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, shout out to West Virginia out there getting some jobs, getting some money. I'm with it all day long. Yes, yes, yes. I'm all about jobs, all about people getting some economic prosperity going on. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Not at all. But if you like what you heard tonight, if you like what you're hearing tonight, please give the video a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. I think I'm at the tail end of this little cold. So I think I'm starting to feel much better. Much, much better. Yeah, I might drink me a big gallon of cayenne pepper after I get off of this. Hey, after I get off of here, I'm going to drink an entire bottle of something hot to burn the rest of this up out of there. And shout out to you guys for rock and rolling. You guys are the best. Let's go 646 on the line. Who am I speaking to? 646, hello.
Hello, ABL. I am watching you all the way from Brooklyn, New York. I'm American via Caribbean background. I just want to say thank you for all you've been doing since I've been watching you guys since the first Trump era. Thank you so much. I'm watching you right now, and I just tried the number. I didn't think I was going to get through. So thank you for all you've been doing, and stay focused. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. I appreciate you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, shout out to the caller. I appreciate her for rocking and rolling with me for a long time. I definitely appreciate her for that. I appreciate all you guys as well. 210, you're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
Oh, hello. This is my first time calling. I've been hearing a lot of fear-mongering about Medicaid and the one big beautiful bill, and I just wondered if it'll affect us in some way.
You said what now?
Yes, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. I know someone with Medicaid, and I was wondering, because I keep hearing a lot of fear-mongering about it. Is she really going to take away Medicaid for it?
No, it's going to be fine. It's just fear-mongering. There's nothing to worry about unless you're here illegally or you're committing welfare fraud. Then you have nothing to worry about. You're just a regular person. You have nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about.
No, that's just the media doing what they always do, what they've been doing for many years now, which is fear mongering to try and scare you away from supporting the president. That's all that they're doing.
Yeah, things like that. I had a fight with my family member because of it. Ugh.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but sometimes people they believe whatever they see on TV. I mean, they could show up a whole green space alien. It'd be totally fake, but if they put it on TV, people will believe it. That's pretty much what we're dealing with.
Yeah, it's just it's easy. It's really easy for them to believe that. I don't know how to me. Sorry, this is my first time calling.
It's all good.
I almost believed for a second until they opened their mouths. And once they open their mouths, they're acting irrational, like crazy people. It's just, I never thought it would happen.
But here we are.
Yeah. So, sorry, I'm a little nervous here.
It's all good, man. Was that it, or you want to say something else?
Yeah, I was about to say, so I've been researching the Big Beautiful Bill, and it says, like, I don't know if it will affect Social Security. I mean, not Social Security, SSI.
There's nothing to worry about when it comes to these entitlements. If you're a regular person and you're not here illegally and you're not committing a crime, there's nothing to worry about. It's just people in the media that are trying to fearmonger because they don't want what the president has to go forward. It's the same thing they did when he was first president, and all of what they said was just lies. So at this point, whenever I see something like that from the media, I'm automatically going to doubt it. And whenever I do any kind of research, it always is what I thought it was going to be and not what they say. But thank you for your call, man. I definitely appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, shout out to the caller. Let's keep rocking and rolling here. And the number to call, 706-406-3287. Again, 706-406-3287. Don't believe what you see on television. Don't believe the mainstream media. They're going to lie to you, which is what they always have done. So don't even really worry about it. It's going to be okie dokie. It'll be all right. Yeah, the media, man, I hate them, man, because they put fear in people when it's not necessary. They muddy the waters. They confuse people. And people really believe whatever they say. They believe whatever they say, or it might just put some doubt in their mind. Yeah, but I say to my man, rest easy. It's going to be all right. All right, let's go to 509. You're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to Greg McNeely. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good, good. You were talking about Idaho folk up here. And I remember my best friend's mother saw the writing on the wall over there in Cleveland, brought him over here to North Idaho. He excelled. And I'm just going to say that there's a small percentage of people up here in Idaho that are that kind of way. I mean, I came from Portland. He came from Cleveland. We became best friends, and he was just a super nice guy until that COVID got him. Back in he just exited. I think I told you that before because of Errol Burnett, and you showed that clip I think a couple weeks ago.
Okay, well, yeah, shout out to him.
Pardon me, my phone's cutting out today.
Oh, you're good. Good, go ahead.
A lot of people from Idaho are not like it's perceived, like the Metzgers and the Butlers and the White Supremes up there in really northern Idaho, Hayden Lake. Not a whole lot of people like that up here, so I just wanted to put that in because you asked about anybody from Idaho.
Right on, man. Absolutely.
And I never did catch your pop's name. Same day as mother.
Jeff.
Jeff, okay. Rest in peace. His birthday was on Juneteenth, or was that your uncle?
Him and my uncle. So my uncle, they had the same birthday, but they were not brothers. So my dad was born on June 19th, and his uncle, so my granduncle, was born on June 19th also. So that was Granny's brother.
Okay. Right on. I remember you talking about it last year or something like that. That's great. I do appreciate what you're doing, and you get better, my friend. Echinacea is a good thing, too.
Right on, man. I'm
green tea.
All right, man. Thank you for your call. Definitely appreciate you.
Peace out.
All right, now.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Shout out to the caller. But yeah, I'm going to get some more of that green tea, too, after this. But I ain't trying to be up because that green tea kind of keep you up a little bit. Get that caffeine in it. Let's go to 949. You're online. Who am I speaking to?
Oh, hey, hold on 1 second.
All right, what we doing? What's going on?
Sorry. So sorry about that. I had to turn you off in the background. I couldn't do it fast enough. Good evening, ABL. This is Marta over here in Menifee, and I just hope you're feeling better. I'm sure you'll kick its bum. Anyways, I wanted to talk about something that I heard in regards to how, who was it? Oh yeah, Obama. Yeah, he had signed in a bill in regards to propaganda. So all media is to believe to be true. Do you recall? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not quite sure.
Oh, Daryl, you know Obama had signed back something in office, making it used to be illegal to do propaganda on TV, but he signed some bill making it okay to have propaganda all over the news, the media. So I'm just thinking that, I don't know what it is, maybe somebody on the chat could fill in for me, but I sure hope that, I know that it exists, I just can't remember the details of it, and sorry about that, but yeah, I hope that he can abolish that or turn it into something so we don't have all these people believing every single damn thing that they see on TV. It's so ridiculous. Oh, well, maybe it's an executive order. Oh, you think so? Anyways, look into that and have a good night. Hope you feel better. And I'm so happy that BBB bell was put in because it's better than Build Back Broke. See, remember that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, it wasn't. What the heck was better about anything? Oh my God, idiots. Anyways, I like that one video of the lady saying that she tried to call the Democrats and nobody was answering, and because of the gangs that were in her apartment complex, and then how she was telling the young gentleman that she walked away basically from the Demon Rat Party and voted for Trump, and now she's like, guess what, they are gone now, no more. All right. I won't take any of your time. Feel better. Thank you so much. God bless America. God bless Trump. Bye. Good night. Bye.
Thank you for the call. Appreciate you. All righty. Great call. Shout out to her. Fantastic call. And the number to call is 706-406-3287. Again, 706-406-3287. 931. You're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
Yes, hello, ABL. My name is Casey. I'm calling you from Tennessee.
All righty. Great state to be in. How are you?
I am doing fine. I was wanting to talk to you about I had a comment about what you were making. Excuse me. Excuse me. I had a comment to make about what you were talking about earlier as far as the policies that were going on, the changes that were being made about the benefits, government benefits are being offered as far as food stamps and the changes that were being made with Medicaid and just the various benefits that are being given to Americans. And I recall you were talking about the woman who was getting $2,000 in food stamps and other benefits. And I received those benefits as well. And I think a lot of what goes on with the system is that too many people receive these benefits and they're taken for granted, and that priority should be given to people who are disabled, people who are elderly, and people who really, really need those benefits. There are plenty of people who are able to work and to take care of themselves, but who are unwilling to do it because they're able to take advantage of those benefits. People like me, I'm disabled. I have a son who is autistic, and we simply cannot do things like work. And it really breaks my heart when I think about those people who do take advantage of the system. If I had the opportunity to have a full-time job, that is certainly what I would do. My son is 22 years old, and he's not able to speak. He's not able to do things like work in a grocery store, anything simple. If he could, I know that he would do that. And it really does make me angry that there are people who are able to do things like work and who simply will not do that.
Right. I mean, I'm the same. Go ahead.
The changes that President Trump is doing, wants to do, it makes a lot of sense to me. It really does.
Right, exactly. That's the main thing. It's like we need these benefits, people, like you said, people that actually need them, because people in this country do need help. But those who are able-bodied and can work, there's no legitimate reason for them not to work. It's like, okay, now you're just taking advantage. And especially the worst of the worst are the illegal aliens. Like in California, 1 million illegal aliens on Medicaid. They shouldn't even be here. Why are they getting anything from us, the taxpayer? If anything, like you said, I'll give it to you guys because you have an actual need and you're not breaking laws. You're not here illegally. So I support what you're saying 100%.
Well, that's that's basically all that I had to say. I'm a little bit too angry, so I won't go any further. Thank you for taking my call. I always love to hear your show.
Thank you for the call. I appreciate you.
Bye.
Okay, great call. Fantastic call. Yeah, man, like people like her and her son, yes. I think we should help them, but not illegal aliens, not those who are just fat and lazy and just want to eat all day and do nothing else. I mean, like, why should we help them? People that need it, yes. Law-abiding citizen, not here illegally, a true need, yes. Anything else, I can't do nothing for you. 760, you're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, how's it going?
Going well, man. How about yourself?
Hey, I was hoping to get on the show. I have a question about NAFTA and free trade area of the Americas and how they have impacted the American public currently, and how Trump's policies are combating that.
Well, you're on the show right now, but before we continue, please turn the stream off in the background.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize. Let me put this on pause. I'm obviously on a delay. I apologize for that. Yeah, so my big question for you is, what are your concerns about yesteryear's policies, particularly NAFTA, which is the North American Free Trade America Agreement, as well as the Free Trade Area of the Americas Agreement, and how they have impacted current economics in the United States?
Okay, now as far as NAFTA, I mean, to make a long story short, what it did was offshore a lot of our jobs. A lot of the manufacturing base we used to have is gone, and
right, and it was widely opposed amongst left wing as well as right wing organizations, including like all the unions were definitely opposed to it. So I guess get more specific with my question: how do you feel like Trump is attacking those policies of yesteryear now, and how does it benefit us now for him to like go after some of those policies? Because he says he wants to bring industry back to America, steel, amongst many other like industries. But how is he actually doing that, and how is it affecting the American public, in your opinion?
Well, what's happening now is the way he's trying to combat those old policies and the lack of the manufacturing base in America is with the tariffs. Because the ultimate thing is that a lot of the products that come into the country, it's just we're pretty much getting flooded with these products from all over the world. And if we don't stop that, then we can't get the manufacturing base back. If we bring the tariffs in, now it becomes it makes more sense to build things here, which will bring back the manufacturing base. So I think that's the way it's going to combat it. And I think that it's going to help us, again, by bringing jobs back to the country, because that's what we need. You know, it's one thing to be able to get a cheap trinket from China, but if we have to give up all of our manufacturing jobs to get it, it's a lot more expensive than what we think.
But isn't it true that like he did invite the opportunity to build back our steel industry, and yet it was not even an American company that was building back our steel? It was he sold it off to British Steel. I mean, is that not true?
I'm not sure about that part.
Okay. I guess to bring it back to the conversation, how is our economy going to benefit from some of the policies that Trump is putting forth? Because what I'm seeing right now is that there's higher grocery prices. We're kind of feeling it at the gas pump too. I don't want to talk too much because I obviously don't want to make this my time. It's a question to you, but how is Trump actually going to benefit our economy when the American public, especially those of us who are on a lower income bracket, are having to pay higher taxes and are having to lose things like our Medicare, et cetera, and also seeing it at the pump and our food prices. Obviously tariffs are up. Things that are sold overseas are getting tariffed, specifically with China and specifically with other countries.
You
How
pay.
is that going to benefit us?
You pay higher taxes.
Well, we soon to come, yeah, with this big beautiful bill. Like,
Says who?
Well, in the big beautiful bill he just passed, it states like over a period of time, taxes for a lower income group of people are going to increase, and that is a fact.
Okay, so is it going to be? I'm not quite sure you're telling me the truth. I mean, I don't want to call you a liar, but I'm not quite sure that you're going to actually pay more money in taxes. So when you say there's going to be higher taxes for lower income people, are we talking about a rate? Are we talking about a dollar amount? Can you break it down for me a little bit?
Well, no, it's just like any other tax, you know, like it's added on the end of like paychecks, for example, or like even in sales tax. So for states, you know, luckily, like what we're trying to, well, at least what states are trying to do, I won't talk about my state particularly, but what states are trying to do is they're trying to combat this big, beautiful bill thing by like saying, like, hey, no, that's not a good thing for our constituents because like the state tax will go up and it'll charge them this, that, and the other.
How can the federal bill increase state taxes?
Well, that's the concern that many Americans have, and that's my question. Actually, that's my question to you as well. Is you know, not just how you feel, but can you tell me what the benefit is for like the American working class, specifically, not just American working class, but anybody
What
below
state?
that.
What state are you in?
I'm so sorry.
California.
I'm in California.
Well, there you go. Okay, I knew it. California has its own.
Well,
that
well,
right
what
there.
does
That's
being in California have to do anything with it? Because I think that is
because
kind of like
the prices you pay. Excuse me.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I
The
apologize.
prices.
I don't mean to interrupt
Excuse
you.
me.
Go ahead.
The prices
Yeah, go ahead.
the prices you pay in California are because of California. You're talking about higher fuel costs. It's because you live in California. How much you pay at the pump?
Well, okay. Well, here's an example. So,
How
and
much?
this is not just for
Excuse me, sir.
California.
Excuse me. I got a little bit of time. How much you
Okay,
pay
go
at the
ahead.
pump?
Go for it.
How much
I'm listening.
do you pay at the pump?
One more time. I'm so sorry. I didn't hear you. I apologize.
How much do you pay at the pump?
The park?
Pump. Gas pump.
Oh, the gas pump. Well, right now it's on average for at least me, it's between $4.16 and $5.30.
So is that higher or lower than?
And that's just for like you know, that's not even for premium. That's
Okay.
just for like regular.
Now, is that higher or lower than you have been paying?
That's a little bit higher than what I have paid in the past. Although I will admit that when I lived in Northern California, it was on average about $4.30, and that was 10 years ago. And I'll only tell you who was in, you know, you already know who was in power 10 years ago. But see, that's not an administrative thing. That's an economic thing. You know what I mean? And you know, I won't go to bat for like, you know, who in the past has brought down gas prices, but gas prices on themselves are an international sort of issue. And so that's also another question I have for you, which is wrapped up in the question I originally asked, is like, how is this going to benefit the American people with these?
Well, okay,
these
I'm
sort of-
going to answer your question. Now, like I said from the beginning, the main thing that it's going to do, we're going to bring back manufacturing to the country, which is going to help us because we need jobs. People are wanting better jobs to come back. Excuse me, I'm almost done. Excuse me, sir. Let me talk now.
Go ahead.
Now, it's going to bring back the jobs. Now, to get back to what you were saying about the gas, you pay high gas because you live in California. Do you know how much I pay at the pump, at the gas pump? Do you know how much I pay in Tennessee?
Well, you probably pay something pretty low because you're in Tennessee.
Do you know yes or no?
I'm so sorry. What's that?
Do you know how much I pay, yes or no?
Well, no, I don't know.
Okay,
but,
so
I guess. Do you want me to guess?
Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. Go ahead.
Okay. What? 322.
250.
Okay. Well, that's
and it's been like that for a while. The gas. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. I'm talking. I'm gonna mute you. Now the thing about it is, the gas has not gone up since Trump been in office. Your gas has gone up because you live in California. That's the problem.
Well, you do know that a lot of like Biden era tax codes, they were implemented during Trump's last presidency. You know that, right? Like his tax code, it just recently, like, all those tax codes were implemented during at least Biden's administration. All those tax codes were implemented prior to his administration. You realize that, right?
So are you saying that the gas has gone up because of Biden or went down because of Biden?
No, what I'm saying is that if you experience any sort of like what was an altruistic moment in your gas experience, it was probably because either up or down. I'm saying that.
But you just said, but you said earlier that gas has gone up, and you said that it was because of what Trump is doing. So now you're saying something different. So which one is it?
Just when after Trump had gotten
Excuse me. Sir, look, when I start talking, you got to stop. Sir, listen to me now. Listen.
Okay, yeah.
We got like limited. Like, you got to stop talking when I talk though. Just stop talking. Now listen.
No, I got you.
When I asked you, when you were coming on earlier, you were talking about the gas. Were you trying to say that the gas is up because of what Trump has done, or not?
What I'm saying is that.
Yes, come on, man. All right, matter of fact, never mind. Go ahead. Have a good day. I'm good. Never mind. That's enough of that. You guys have been great. That'll be a wrap for me. I'm about to start screaming. My voice gonna go out some more. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling. If you cannot get on tonight, don't blame me. It's the white man's fault. It ain't my fault. Now listening. So look, okay. I'm gonna ask y'all because y'all listen. Didn't he ask me from the beginning about gas prices going up, and wasn't he linking it to Donald Trump? But then when I said my gas is $2.50, he said, "Oh, maybe because of what Biden put in there. That's why you having the cheap gas." So if he thinks the gas is up, it's because it's Trump's fault. But if I say it's down, it's because give Biden the credit. Like, which one is it? Hey, caller, it was a good call, but it had been like 10 minutes anyway, so that's a wrap. Okay, I gotta go. It's already past my bedtime. Okay, it's already past my bedtime. I'll be back, of course, on Wednesday with the regular YouTube stream. Wednesday and Saturday, I'm here on YouTube streaming from 8 p.m. Eastern time to right around right now, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm live on Instagram every Tuesday, right around 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll be live on the Instagram. You said I'm right about that? Okay, there we go. Phoenix Omolokai says, it went past me too fast, but Ginger Tea, I think, hold on, now I gotta go look. All right, hold on. I done missed it. It's okay, but I saw pretty much what it was. All right, shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling. Like I said, I'll be back here Wednesday, Saturday, 8 p.m. until right now, 11 p.m. streaming, Instagram Tuesday. Every day putting out pre-recorded content, putting out shorts, all that good stuff. This is also an audio streaming podcast. It'll be available on your favorite audio streaming platform, whether they be Google Play, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, etc. Link for that will be in the description, or just go to your favorite audio streaming platform and search ABL Live After Pop right on up. What else I got? Oh, follow me on Uncle ABL. That's a new YouTube channel. Well, not new. It's been around for a long time. Follow that channel. It'll be right there in the box. Also, go to the Rumble page if you want my YouTube content over there. I am on Rumble. All my links to everything will be in the description. Now, I got to get a little bit of rest this voice, and get some of that hot tea, and I'll be good to go. I feel a lot better. When I first started, it was kind of rocky, but these Ricolas, lemon and mint, they've been helping a lot. And of course, the water, the agua, the coconut water, definitely been helping out. So I feel pretty good. And by the time next week, I'll be definitely good by the time next week get here. So shout out to you guys. You guys have been a great audience tonight. If you like what you heard tonight, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. And thank you to everybody for watching, retweeting, super chatting. Without you, there is no me. Shout out to all the mods for keeping the trolls in check. Y'all know I couldn't do the show without you. But that'll be a wrap from me. So before I wrap it on up, put the bowl clean on top. I got a few super chats here. Thank you to Evergreen 101 who says, oh, I already read that one on my regulating body temperature. Thank you to Tony Hay Munkins who says, prayers for Texas, especially the kids. Thank you to Marta Allen who says, Smith Munt modernization legislation propaganda. Thank you to, okay, that's what he's talking about right there. The call from earlier talking about a thing that Obama put in there about the propaganda. Thank you to David Ray who says, can you add an American flag in your profile pic for July? I did it to mine. Thank you to Job for 9 for becoming an ABL supporter. I appreciate all of y'all for rocking and rolling with me. Well, that'll be a wrap. So until next time, y'all be safe. I'm out. And peace.